Oh, look at that graphic, dude.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to God Mode. This is our Friday night D&D stream. I'm Jaso, the DM/GM. This is Devils in the Details, Session 7. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us. Who else is joining me on this fine Friday evening?
Hey everyone, I'm Bailey. I play Karma Tycoon, your Tiefling College of Eloquence Bard.
Hey everybody, it's Luke. I'm playing Raphael, the Aasimar Inquisitor, that is to say, Lore Bard and Celestial Warlock.
What's up, everyone? My name's Kevin, and I'm playing Monifa Sonara, your Tabaxi Thief Monk.
What's up, everybody? My name's Slim, and I'll be playing Cassius Auditor, your undead Pact of the Tome Warlock.
What's up? I'm Kyle. I'm playing Obiz Shalom, Twilight Cleric. I'm best bodyguard on Halcyon. I stop attack.
Hey guys, I'm Amanda. I play Alloy, the Tabaxi Artificer.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nick, and I am playing Vep Maxworth, Fey Ranger, and also the best salesman in all the Twixt. I got that deal done.
Thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. First off, as always, I want to give a big shout out that we do every beginning of the stream to the artist for our character art that you see all on the stream here. Thank you so much, Peachy Yuri. Go visit her on Twitter and give her plenty of love. She does really awesome art, and she generally has her commissions open, so she may have them open right now. If you're looking for some amazing art, go hit her up. I also have some wonderful art that you'll likely be seeing this campaign, or this session rather, for this campaign, of some of the big characters, the NPC characters for this campaign, provided by Irurichi. Thank you so much, Irurichi. Go hit them up as well on Twitter. Give them some love. Really thank you guys for the all the art. It's really awesome. Let me see here. Let me see if I can paste this in here real quick. Hang on. We just hit 1,000 followers over on Twitter. So thank you so much, everybody who supports the Twitch and the Twitter. I really appreciate it. It's really awesome to have 1,000 people. How many are active? I don't know, but I just appreciate, that's a big number for us, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out and listen to my stuff and everything like that, my spiels and all the things that I want to do. We're getting some bullion packages in. If you guys want to keep track of that in just a second here. Thank you, Mama Bear, for those bullion packages. We'll roll on that just a second as soon as I get finished with my housekeeping stuff. So make sure and follow the Twitter. It's GAWD_mode, just like the channel here, to stay up to date with the latest news and things like that. And I mentioned earlier this morning in a Twitter post that we're going to have a bigger giveaway if we were able to hit it today, so we did. So we're going to go ahead. Towards the end of the month here, you're going to see a digital gift card giveaway that we're going to be doing exclusively over on Twitter, so make sure and go and follow that. I want to give a big shout out to Carney Sideshow, Int Mastermind, Discarded Dwarf, Jow Littlebit, Saint Dust, Lycian Chimera, Flosky 2000, Ethiodude, Citida, Steam Sage 1, Tails FTLE, Cactus Arcana, Ag the Wolf, and a bunch of Dreyarch alts. Dave Hull, Danny Hurt 1, and Sif VTuber for the follows. Thank you guys so much. Also here on the Twitch itself, we're just 4 follows away from 300. So if any of you are out there and watching, even if you're just lurking and just checking the stream out for the first time in the chat and you enjoy it and you think it looks cool and are interested in it, hit the follow button. Help us hit that milestone of 300 followers. You can also turn on notifications for when we go live. What's going on?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Okay. Sorry, there's
Interpretive dancing to your MOTD.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/GAWD_mode. Thank you, Lazy Vengeance and Queen Gore, for being patron members. You can get all kinds of cool stuff over there, like a digital campaign guide of our homebrew worlds at any of those tiers. You can get sweet swag like mini prints, stickers, and a t-shirt. I've been showing that off a couple streams. There's also a bi-weekly series of one-shots that has a overarching campaign to it, a feel, but certainly has a one-shot to each of the episodes. That way it's drop in and drop out for anyone interested. That happens every other Sunday, and it's DM'd by me and set in our homebrew world. So if that's something that interests you, you should totally go check out that Wild Force Wizard tier over on Patreon. We also, one of the big things that we do here on this channel to make it interactive with you, the viewers, is we use Twitch channel points. So you can use your points as you're just hanging out with us, as you're just chilling, even if you're just lurking. You're building up Twitch channel points that you can see in the bottom left of the chat. And sometimes you get a little chest that you can use to grab things out of there and get those points. You can also click on them to see all the cool rewards that you can use them for, and click on any of those to see more information. You can do things like give a player or me a +1 to their rolls. You can buy single-use consumable magic items for players. This particular campaign has exclusive rewards like the Karma's a Bitch, the Market Volatility, and the Bullion packages that Mama Bear purchased here that we'll roll for in just a second. If you follow the channel, you get an immediate boost in those channel points, by the way. And if you're a subscriber, you earn boosted points. I think it's like up to 2 times, depending on the tier that you're at. So definitely check those out. Bay provided us a bunch of cute little channel exclusive chibi stickers of our characters that are being spammed all over the stream right now. You can get access to those if you're a subscriber. You can also just slap a bunch of normal stickers down for a couple bits, and that helps you unlock exclusive stickers for yourself that are animated, as well as helps the channel unlock more custom stickers. And thank you, Carney Sideshow, for the subscription. I really appreciate that so much. Thanks. Yeah, that's one of the cool ones you can unlock by using your bits to buy stickers and throwing them on the screen. But if you're a subscriber, you get access to a whole bunch of just custom cool ones that are part of our channel here. We use the D&D Beyond plugin, so if you're interested in any of the characters, not all of them, but most of the characters of our campaign, want to see a little bit more about them or forget exactly what type of class or equipment one of them may have on them, you can just check out the D&D Beyond plugin here by just mousing over the screen. Get better details about the individual characters here. That is pretty much my housekeeping. Let's move on to the exchange round so that we can go over this stuff here. So previously, we had a continuing climb in the charts. Not too much of any big shifts in the sort of like leaderboard here. Although I think Vip climbed a little bit, didn't he last time?
2 places.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Vip climbed up. Raphael's still unfortunately sitting in the bottom.
Yeah.
Monifa quite a ways underneath her daughter, despite
gosh.
being someone who loves the gold piece. So we'll have to see this round. Let's go over how the exchange round went from one week to the next.
This was the week that we placed each other's bullion, right?
No, this is the week after.
No.
So everyone placed their bullion. I know, it's time.
But we got another letter this
time.
Oh, we did get another letter.
It all starts melding together.
Shit.
Mama Bear, we're going to add these bullion packages in as soon as we're done kind of tallying up these scores here.
Thank
so
you, Mama Bear.
I'm not going to forget. One goes to Raphael, one goes to Karma. So in just a second, we'll add those. In the meantime, let's see if each of these different companies, Mysticorp, Omega Acoustics, and Voidistries, actually went along with their expected exchange forecast. Mysticorp was in fact expected to fall with the recent exchange forecast, and in fact it didn't have a great week, as it did fall with a value of 3, meaning that everyone's values that they placed in there were cut in half. Again, I'm not going to go over the individual values. I'm going to give you the full count at the end of it all, so don't worry about tallying up the differences in your scores up above. I'm just going to delete those. Omega Acoustics, moving on next, which had quite a few people investing in it, with most doing Voidistries, but a few here. Expected to hold steady, not really rise or fall. Amanda, or Alloy rather, putting in a whopping 142 bullion, meaning the entirety of her gold into Omega Acoustics, meaning that if it rises, she is likely in a commanding lead.
However,
there was a recent accident with one of the mimic vaults, unfortunately eating one of the members of the Omega Acoustics company. And
what did I tell you? You never trust Omega Acoustics. You launched that company into the sun.
that made its value, instead of holding steady this round,
down.
dramatically fall with a value of 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10!
Everyone's values that were placed in Omega Acoustics this week were quartered.
If only we could have known.
Talk about it. Talk about oh my gosh. Upset
Hell yeah.
Coming up. What an
boys.
upset.
Meanwhile,
Lost a total of 35. What a hard week.
Voidistries, with the most amount of our members here placing a bet into them, seeing that the exchange forecast for them was going to rise. Let's see if their bets paid off in their investments. Voidistries expected to rise, and in fact did, with a value of 6 out of 10.
Hey! High five, Raphael.
Don't touch me. This is nonsense. This is all nonsense.
Now, quick, but I believe that pushes you up quite a few spots.
I don't know what that means, other than someone is still ahead of me, so...
So, that means that the final values, going from last to first this week, having a little bit of a jumble with some people. Last place is Cassius with 12 bullion pieces.
You hate to see
Oh,
it, Cassius. You hate to see it.
It's pretty brutal, actually.
Yeah. In 6th place is, surprise, surprise, Alloy now with 35 bullion pieces.
That's a bummer.
How the mighty have fallen.
That is a bummer.
5th place coming in, still climbing and hoping to continue to do so, is Vip at 57 bullion. Making 4th place, surprisingly, after all of the this may make Luke happy, is Luke at 61 bullion pieces.
No, this makes Luke happy. Raphael is still confused and annoyed at this whole situation.
We're getting a bunch of bullion packages in from Mystic. Thank you so much, Mystic. We're going to tally those up here in just a second.
Nice.
Hey, Monifa, you're in 3rd at 67 bullion here. Oh, thank you so much, Peter. That puts us, I think, at 3 followers left to hit 300. Thank you so much for the follow. You get an immediate boost to your Twitch channel points. Go check those out. You can buy a whole bunch of cool stuff. Thank you for joining us. 2nd place is Karma at 114 bullion.
2nd place.
And
Second place.
not too far ahead of her is Obese at 121 bullion.
Oh, you better watch out, because I'm coming for you.
Karma, you receive a letter from Bullionaire Bastion congratulating you for having passed a net worth of 1 million gold. So, before you all go to invest again, let's first remove the previous week's exchange forecasts and replace them with 3 new ones. This week's forecast has Mysticorp expected to rise, Omega Acoustics expected to fall, and Voidistries expected to rise. So before you go tallying your things up, let's each give you a boost to your bullion based on the chat buying you some bullion packages. So Mama Bear bought Karma a bullion package. Give me a 1d4.
1d4.
Boo! She's in 2nd place. Boo!
She wasn't at the time.
So add 3 to your score, Karma. Raphael, give me a d4 from Mama Bear.
Oh, thank you, Mama. I take back everything negative I've ever said about you.
There you go. Add those 2, and then we've got a couple here from Mystic. Mystic tossing out 1 for Cass. Go ahead and give me a d4, Cass. And actually,
Cass has 5.
give me
Oh my god.
Oh, these are all. Oh, yeah. Give me 4 more d4 rolls because those were all for you.
5.
This is
Wow.
8.
Wow.
This is improbable.
Wow.
8.
Ah, perfect.
Oh God.
All according to Kakaku.
Shikaku means plain in Japanese.
Thank you, translator.
Oh, 7.
Perfect.
Go ahead and add that to your tallies. So, after you guys add the extra bullion from chat, thank you chat so much for that. After you affix that to your totals down at the bottom, you now know that the forecasts are available for each of the 3 separate factions. However, as I mentioned, in an abstract way, as you are going to take a look at the various exchange forecasts throughout the city, before you do so, you each receive a letter from Dazel addressed to you.
Oh no.
Each of you separately open and read it. This one reads, winning big in the investment game is a game of risk and reward. Sometimes playing it safe means falling behind and losing it all. You will find at times that wagering it all is a necessity in staying in the game. For this exchange round, you'll be putting all of your bullion into only one of the 3 available businesses.
Hey, I was 1 round late.
I was gonna say, you're ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
It says it's from the Gilderkin.
Signed, the Gilderkins, similar to last time.
Now, Voidistries has done me a solid. Cash! What are you doing? Oh, man.
Carney Sideshow makes me want to be rich. Yeah, me too. I just pretend here in D&D world.
Go over to Mystic. Go over to Mystic.
Omega.
Go over to Mystic.
Do Omega again. Do Omega.
I don't want to be here.
Vip. Going into Omega.
Yeah.
A ballsy man.
What are we
I
doing
like
here?
it.
I
Truly a
don't like
man of
that.
class.
I don't like that I'm the odd number no matter where I go.
You're the odd man out no matter what happens.
I hate it. I hate it.
Looks
You
like
get 4 rating.
Karma, Alloy, Raphael going into Mysticorp. 2 Psychopaths, Cass and Vip sticking with Omega Acoustics, which has an exchange forecast to fall. But who knows? You never know. It could pay off in the end. And
Do you know how these projections, do you know how they works?
I don't think
They don't work. They don't work. It doesn't. No, it doesn't matter what the predictions are because
Representation of what will happen, but it
You
is a
should
good
go on
prediction.
Omega Acoustics. You should go on Omega Acoustics
Listen.
and get all the
Yes.
goods.
listen, you stop attack, you make a lot of money. We get it.
Yes.
Your methods are different than mine.
Well, it's just, it tells you how good they can be.
It does, but it also doesn't tell you how bad they can be. So
Right.
yours can be bad.
It does. Okay.
Roughly 50% of the time, it works every time.
So you have a 50% chance of rising in Omega Acoustics. You better take advantage of that.
Somehow that math doesn't add up to me.
You'd be crazy not to go with the Mega
You
Acoustic,
would be
frankly.
crazy. You would be crazy.
They're giving it away to somebody else, not you.
By my observations, you have about 25% to get the opposite result that the prediction.
what's up, Lazy? Is everyone locked in?
Yeah.
All right. Of course, if you get extra bullion throughout the week, you'll be able to assign that wherever you want. But it will have to go into whatever you've currently placed your bullion into. So it looks like an almost even spread here, or Raph being the odd man out. So we'll see what happens next time as the players are forced to throw their money into all of their pot into their investments into just one of these three companies. We'll see if that pays off. So at this point, let's go ahead and play the intro. Cross my fingers that the stream doesn't explode. And then we'll come back.
This is an arbiter.
So, as you pointed out, Amanda, why don't you go ahead and give me a D7 roll, starting with you going clockwise based on the stream.
That is a 7.
That means with a 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Luke, Raphael gets the karma coin. If you just
One day I'll have it. One day.
I love it.
if you want to just
I
click
love it.
on the coin, Amanda, you can drag it out onto the screen.
No, steal. I will
Or
steal
he can
it.
steal it and you can
Yes.
okay it. There you go.
Good. As Pelor teaches, stealing is good.
Is
Does
that what he
Pelor think
teaches?
that?
No, that was out of character.
I was gonna say we have more in common then.
Jason, the world is shuffling. What do we do?
Yeah.
Shh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
I see the strings.
It's off
What's
the
going
ether.
on?
It's gonna be okay.
Karma,
yeah.
you find yourself having spoken to Lom and exiting the Dapper Devil, finding yourself back out onto the streets of the underside of Halcyon, the City of Gold, in an area called the Lux that is low light, only lit from the nearby candlelight and lighting that surrounds this area, as the sun on Halcyon is in a fixed state up above. So down here there is only the soft light of the starlight up above. What do you do?
Pretty. I
Actually, hang on to that. Hold that thought real quick. Let's roll to see who wants to give the recap from last week.
I was wondering.
Oh no!
I was so gung-ho about jumping into it.
It begins again.
Oh, I didn't have time to bet on somebody.
Oh, bees.
Damn it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's not everybody.
we have an easy recap. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Nothing happened really.
Almost
Well,
nothing
to
happened.
us.
Other than
Thank you, Lazy.
Thank you for the resub, Lazy. Thank you so much.
Lazy.
So is that OBs?
Yeah.
All right. OBs, what happened last time?
On Devils in the Details.
It was a very relaxed time last week, which I have no idea how that concept enters my mind, but from what I recall, we shook hands with the kitty cats. One of them knocked the other one out and said some crazy things. Something about going to, was it the Resplendent one?
Yes.
Yes, being agents of the Resplendent ones, and then the evil demon cats not knowing about the two cats that were there. It was very confusing. I'm sure that the smart ones got it. But anyways, yes, we left after the dirty kitties caught up with us. It didn't seem like a lot happened to them. We left the premises, and then we got to... whose house did we go? We went to Cashie's place. It is a psychopath's place. It looks empty and crazy. We split up for a second to do some shopping, and that is where we left it. In another more wispy voice. A voice that says things that should not be able to be known. He says, yes, the kitty cats. They got into quite the trouble downstairs. They were chased about by the demons, the gold demons. Kind of don't remember what else happened. They narrowly
Die in
escaped.
the pit.
They narrowly escaped after jumping through the pits. They were close. They were lucky to get out alive.
That is true. They were.
Got it.
Yeah.
Karma did some shopping, had a little visit with Lom. Lom
Oh, yeah.
told her that she would release the... you can pronounce it however you want. I say Gius spell. That she would release her from her Gius, provided she got everyone in the party to, at least this round, arbitrate for the Scorching Quill, which is the devil faction.
Everyone.
After that, she told her a very strange story about some cannibalized Armvorax, and then sent her on her way. So, thank you for that recap, OB/Kyle. Karma, you find yourself standing out on the city streets just after having left the Dapper Devil. It is quiet, save for some of the jovial sounds of people enjoying themselves out in the distance at the various bars or taverns or just outside entertainment that happens down here on the Lux area of Halcyon.
All right. Well, I know for a fact that one of my party members were spying on me. I would put money on Angel Face. So
Now, to be fair, you didn't know it was a party member, but I mean, you could probably infer as much considering he stared at you as you left.
Lo mentioned that it was somebody that she trusted, probably a party member, so I'm gonna go with Mom on that. And she also told me to tell the
Be
truth.
reasonable.
So
The one who was spying.
I better let Obese know before he goes in talking about grocery store this, grocery store that they know where I went.
Obese, where are you right now?
Probably just standing on a corner with a bottle of wine and a bunch of like groceries, just sitting there like, oh, it's not that far. Where is she?
I'm assuming you guys probably had this plan so it wouldn't be difficult for Karma to meet back up with you, right?
I mean, I think Obese could plan a route to find where she would have to cross back.
Okay. So it doesn't take long between the two of you run into one another.
Okay, so I talked to Lom a lot. I found out a lot, and so did
He'll stop. The less that you tell me, the better. So
Okay,
tell me the most important parts.
The party knows I didn't go with you to the grocery store.
Oh, well, okay, that's enough. Very well. Let us go.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I'll let it be a surprise when we get there.
Yes, okay.
Less is more, right?
Yes.
Less is more. Let's go eat some chicken and drink some wine.
It's always chicken with this group. Chicken and wine is like our entire food group. It's our pyramid. It's 2 blocks. Is chicken and wine.
They're both the same size.
Keto friendly, dude.
Karma, Obese, do you guys make your way back to Cassius's residence?
Yeah.
All right. While they are doing that, was there anything specific that the rest of you guys were doing in the meantime as Karma, Obese were making their grocery run?
I don't think Raphael outright would have told the rest of the group where Karma went. I think he would have wrote it in his notebook and kept it at that for now.
Okay. Any other big...
Monifa,
Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
nothing really. She just she stole the bed and took a nap.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you all agree that you were just gonna like crash at Cash's place for the evening.
For safety reasons, yeah.
Okay. So after we'll say about an hour or so of time passing, Karma and Obese return with a rap on your door, Cassius.
They know we're coming in. Just open the door.
Come on in.
Creak.
You're going first. You're going first.
Yeah, okay.
I ready a spell in case it's not them.
Oh no.
It is. At least it looks like them.
No one be alarmed.
I brought chicken and dumplings. We can make a soups if we have. Do you have a stove? It's alright. We will just eat chicken and raw dumpling.
You just have a microwave or a hot plate.
It is. We are not outside. It's a good way to eat.
Karma's gonna take her bag of holding and kind of like grab for the chicken, pull it halfway out, and toss the bag over to Alloy, who's curled up in the corner, and see if it wakes her up to like the smell of fresh, a whole ass chicken.
Is it alive or dead?
It's a cooked chicken.
Okay.
She like
You have a
sits
whole ass
straight
cooked
up
chicken in
out of
your bag.
sleep. Chicken!
Cash is gonna head over to Karma.
And Karma's gonna start opening wine bottles. Oh, hey, Cash.
How was your grocery run, Karma?
Before you start diving into your wine, I happened to hear from a little bird that the stocks were changing. I think I do owe you something.
Oh.
Our little side bet, of course.
Oh, that's right. You lost, like I predicted. Of course, yes. Fork it over.
Of course.
Better
And
like
a
that
thousand.
next time, Cassius.
No, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Please use it in good health.
Always. I am avoiding eye contact. I am avoiding the entire area of where Raphael is. I'm still popping open wine bottles.
Raphael, did you say something? My apologies. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Nothing. I just wanted to make sure that they were safe and didn't run into any nefarious characters in their errand.
Karma is going to take a swig of wine, keep the wine bottle in her hand, turn around. Raphael, I know it was you. I know you know I didn't go.
Why is the pious one so loud?
She went to Lum again.
I went to Lum. I talked to Lum.
Does that mean you have to wake me up?
Of course you wouldn't have a problem with that.
All right, here's the deal, Raphael. Yeah, I went to Lum. And I learned about my spell binding, that spell thing that was on me, and turns out I was wrong about it too. Living in fear for no reason. Anyway, so how much of the conversation did you hear?
I heard all of it up until the point where Lum made it abundantly clear that she was aware that I was watching.
Oh, you skedaddle after that?
That's right.
So,
you had a question, Cassius?
he just stares you down.
As I was saying, I can talk to you guys about my spell. But before I get into that, I also found out a few important things about arbitration that Lom has no control over. The count. She had no idea what the count, who's retrieving the count or counting everyone as Bastion members.
Oh, so the two extras then.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it's the demons or maybe it's the resplendent.
I think it's Mr. Cogwheel over there.
Probably not.
Don't think it is. You tell us, right, Cogwheel?
He's smart, he wouldn't.
There.
He'd tell us. I know he would.
Lom also wanted to talk to you. I am assuming you heard bits and pieces of something to do with the devil finding out information. Oh, what do I say? Check for bugs! Sweep for bugs! No. Sweep the place for bugs. I'm not saying shit until we confirm that there's no bugs in here. We're not being spied on.
Detect magic, walk around the room, come back.
You detect points of interest on each of your own characters, likely magic items you hold, but nothing that sticks out of place outside of that, unless Cassius has anything in his house that would trigger that.
Give me like 2 seconds to think about that.
So Jason, if this is all right, I would like to actually, in my notebook, note exactly how many magical anomalies are on each person in the party.
That would be up to them based on whatever magic items they hold to tell you that.
I would say that, like, unless you're trying to, like, hide something, I'm just going to assume I know that you have X magic items. It doesn't tell me what the magic items are, but I guess you can whisper something to me if it's weird.
Yeah.
1.
How many? How much?
I'm mostly just doing this to see if somebody gains a magic item later that we don't know about.
Ooh.
Obese has a amulet that resonates with abjuration, I believe it would be.
Cool.
What counts as a magic item?
I just assume that you're glowing like Chernobyl right now. Like you're an artificer, right? Everything you do is magic. It's like a glow in the dark cat.
So it's all my infused items.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I don't need it. I just get an account. I don't need to know like everybody's details or nothing.
I think just one.
If you count the potion, I mean, just for sake, the potion and the cleansing stone that I used on you before, just my ring, the boots I bought recently, the slippers for spider climbing, and my coin on my necklace.
Sure.
I think it's just 3 for me.
Oh,
That's
nope,
fine.
2. I think 2.
Yeah. I mean,
I got
Yeah.
one.
nice.
Oh,
I've told you about like 100 times, but
Yes, I know. Well, I'm checking for bugs right now.
I'm not a bug. I'm a favo.
It's, you know,
But thank you for checking on me. I really appreciate you looking out for my well-being. It makes me feel part of the team a lot.
I did see it.
I'm gonna take my lantern back from Aloy because that's mine.
Oh, I forgot I had it.
I didn't.
There you go.
It's like covered in chicken grease.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So nothing suspicious, basically, right, Jason? There's no like weird like magical sensor in Cash's room that he doesn't know about.
Does anything go off in your room, Cassius, that we should know about for a detect magic spell?
Nothing that's mine. All my magic items are on me.
All right, then,
Absolutely nothing.
then no. All magic detection you receive, Raphael, is specifically coming from each individual in the room, not a specific spot in the room.
Clear, probably, unless someone's magic item is bugged. But what are you gonna do?
All right, well, that's nice. Since we're good to go, I'll continue. I work for Lom, and I am trying to get Lom into power to right the wrongs of Halcyon, as you heard.
Mm-hmm.
She,
I beg your pardon.
Vip will conjure a megaphone with minor illusion and hand it to Karma.
Anyway, Lon's been working real hard to get rid of the demons, because
I'm sure.
they are overrunning Halcyon at this point. And the little spell between me and Lom, it's like it really was supposed to be like a punishment. It was kind of my fault. I broke a contract, but
Oh, good to know you're trustworthy.
Oh no! Say it
broke
so.
a contract with a devil. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you're breaking my heart, Red.
It's a devil. Anyway, she gave me. I made another deal with her to break the contract,
And that deal was?
To have everyone vote for her in arbitration once. It's just a one-time thing, just once, and then my soul is free, Raphael. My soul is free from the devil, and I don't have to. I don't have to do this anymore. I can do my own shit. I can go around the Twixt again. I can. Huh?
Would you dance her?
You walk in and state that you're working for a devil. You had a contract with the devil. You broke a contract with the devil and made a new one.
So wait, no new ones. Just kind of like alterations to the.
Oh, an addendum. That's fine then.
Yeah.
So that's 4 strikes in a 3-strike game.
What game were we playing? Wait a minute. I didn't know I was playing a game with you.
Before the door opens and I politely ask you to leave, I would like you to stay and please continue if you would answer a question for me then.
What's your question, Cash?
I will continue to work with you if you answer this truthfully. I don't need a zone of truth.
I'm coming clean.
What did you do to end up in debt to a devil?
I made some dumb decisions. You see, when I first got here in Halcyon, I was a little too bright-eyed. I finally felt like I got to the designation that I was, that was calling me from forever. I finally felt like I got like headway, and so, Golden City, I'm gonna get rich. Start working for Lom along the way. Decided I didn't like it. Tried to get away and got caught. So basically little things, making deals for Lom. Paid real nice. And then I tried to slip away. Unsuccessfully.
And any of these deals involve large amounts of money being shifted?
With the gang of devils?
Yes, for the devils or whoever. Did any of your little side gigs that you were working for Lom, did they involve any large amounts of money being shifted?
I'm just saying, there's bear shit in woods.
I mean,
Let me be more specific then. Did they happen to be involved topside in any of the, let's say, casinos, resorts, any of those per se?
Again, a bear in the woods.
I did a lot. I don't remember, Cassius. I did a lot of deals.
Would they even know those details?
And yeah, I mean, some of the deals I had to do a specific. I had a specific goal. I didn't really know the entire. I mean, if I get, Mom's not gonna trust me with info. If I get caught, I'm gonna sing like a fucking bird. Are you kidding me? Mom's not gonna give me the entire spiel of what's the what all the time. I mean, depending on the mission.
This is what we in the Inquisition call a teachable moment.
Huh?
I love those.
So, you're saying that Lom will break your contract if we all arbitrate for the
One
crew.
time.
One
time, my soul is free.
Wow, that's a great deal, isn't it? It almost sounds a little too good to be true.
Hey, I mean, she's not the one controlling the votes anyway. So what do we got to worry about? I mean, you all vote for her, and then still shows up.
I promised you I would break this spell binding you.
Help me! Help me!
However,
why is it however?
the Lord tests us to make sure that we are not taking the easiest path. Salvation is earned, not given. We will find another way to break this spell binding you.
Father, what does Pelor think about revenge against those unjust?
Hey,
Again,
we don't gotta talk about revenge here.
Pelor seeks to punish the evil that exists in all of us. However,
I'm just stupid. I'm not evil. I promise.
Wait. We are not born intrinsically evil. I think Karma may have made some bad decisions in her life, and she has fallen into debt because of it, let's say. Now, does that mean she should be punished? Yes.
No, wait.
But
I've been punished enough.
However, I don't think smiting Karma is the right answer. I think I see a diamond in the rough, something that can be improved, brought to light.
Well, wait, you lost me.
I am going to find a way to break this curse upon you without using devil.
You just gotta vote for him.
That's a great idea, but why I would not smite her, nor would Pelor in this moment, I assume, because I need her to be able to find the rest of the chain of command and slowly chew through them and remove them from this godforsaken place.
You want a chain of command? You go straight to the Dapper Devil and talk to the biggest, baddest devil boss in Halcyon, probably over Twixt. You go there now, we get information. This is your chance to be an inquisitor against a big devil. Finally, you get to confront evil to its face, Raphael. Are you gonna chicken out again?
My
Oh, I
father
thought you were talking to me.
Oh, I mean, you too. You too.
My father taught me how to hunt deer when I was very young. When you see a buck in the woods, you do not strike first. You scout it. You let it lead you to others. You kill it later, after you have all of the information and lay of the land. Kill the first deer you see and you will starve during the winter. Wait, be patient, and your family will eat plentifully throughout the season. Does that make sense to you?
I've been getting told a lot of fucking stories tonight. I just want you to be straight with me for once. Tell me what you're saying.
I'm not going to purge them yet, but make no mistake, the quill will be purged just as the demons will.
Let's soak them for the information. She was talking about some regime, and it seemed, and they were talking about revenge against the demons, and that seemed important. And she knows more information about. I mean, first of all, she didn't know about the demons in the manor, so there's that.
Go ahead.
It seems we do stand to gain a lot of information from this exchange. I propose that your story about the deer, it is very nice, it is very pretty, but I say that we are ultimately in pursuit of the buck, yes?
Indeed.
I propose that we all do as she asks. We all vote for devil.
Yeah.
And then we find out what we can from devil about demon. Demon is prime suspect for right now, yes? And we can also find out where all these misdirected votes are going.
Yes!
We can also find out how many of them may be rewritten, as we will all know who is voting for the devils.
Yes!
You are speaking on these things as if it were a certainty.
I do not know the certain. That's why we try. We have a solid experiment, the controls, as it were.
Yes, we put our faith in all voting for the devil. They break the curse or whatever on dear Karma. She hops the nearest spelljammer, gets out of here, and we're down a peg in our
I am convinced that my reason, the calling that has been calling me from beyond the Twixt to now, this is why I'm here. This has got to be it. So listen to me. What's your question?
I want to get something very clear what Obese is saying here. So, Obese, correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that we should all vote for the quill to break the curse and then assault the quill directly in search of the information.
Huh? No, they offer the information to us. Is that not the return of the vote?
They do. Hey, I have a rapport with them already. I don't ever want to work for them again, but that doesn't mean I can still work with them. I mean, they don't trust me as far as they can throw me. I mean, they could probably throw me really far. But hey, I will still work with them because they need help. That's how it is. They need help. The demons, they're everywhere. That's why they got us. Also, another interesting thing, the king and queen chose us, and it weren't no secret I was working with the family. It weren't. So
and where are the king and queen now? What were we told?
They are away. Yes.
Was it even the king and queen? Why was it all us? A man who is not even from here, who is a holy man? That's what is with a fae salesman?
Yes, yes.
The one and only. I knew you liked me, Red.
Yeah, right.
We are straying far from the game here, yes. But all of our cards are on the table for. I would like to hear your objections against.
All right.
And Cash is gonna bite the side of his coin and look up with like a bit of a growl over to Obese. The last time I played a game or dealt with a devil, a demon, or anything, I ended up here. It was not of my choice. I made a simple request. I did a job, and I ended up here because of a devil, a demon, or some atrocity. Maybe it was that floating fake angel, fae, whatever that creature was we talked to. Someone steered my cards, my play, my bet in a different direction, and I ended up here.
You don't even know who it is? What if it was someone, some other con man, like not even related to demons or devils?
It was part of my job to do so.
What was your job?
Yeah, go ahead. What was your job? It is trusting, yes.
He pulls out a deck of cards. I was gamesman of sorts. I ran tables, the Dragon's Horde, cards, dice. What you guys saw me do upstairs at the cat's house. I ran tables and so forth. I was told there was a large bet coming in, and to play the hand out, no tricks or anything, because obviously you know this place is full of sin and debauchery and horrible things. Sometimes when you're employed, your boss tells you to do certain things. Well, I was told that it was another night on the tables, and there'd be a big high roller coming in. I did nothing wrong. I played it as it was. They pointed me out and accused me of cheating. They said I was the one who flopped the hand, made someone lose a lot of money, and, well, I'll save the rest for another time, but there's a reason I don't eat or breathe or anything. I'm stuck to some unearthly power and now working for the Bastion. I have no choice but to continue with what's going on. I'm grasping at straws, but all I hear is people working with demons and devils, and that's the only lead that I have on any of this.
Maybe we can help you find out more what happened. We find out through at least the quill.
Oh no, I wish only to leave this rock, and should I see anybody in my path who deals with them, well, let's just say I hope they don't cross my path.
Cassius, let's help each other out.
Karma. Not to wax poetic again, but you are familiar with the parable of the frog and the scorpion trying to cross the stream, right?
No.
All right. It's a very well-known parable.
It is.
The frog and a scorpion stand on one bank of the stream. Scorpion promises, let's come to a beneficial mutual agreement. I'll sit on your back, and we'll both cross. I won't sting you, because if I do, you'll die, and we'll both drown. So the frog agrees, the scorpion climbs on the back, the frog begins to cross, and immediately the scorpion stings the frog. The frog turns around and asks, why? And the scorpion says, it's in my nature. You should have expected as much. You're asking me to be the frog in this situation. My very eternal soul is at risk here, and I will not commit an act of heresy.
I don't want you to make any deals. I don't want nobody here to make any deals. No devil. If anything, let me be the hand that does it. I just have to be free first, because I can't do nothing when Lom has control over my soul.
I'm just saying that before we all cast our lot in with these devils, which, by the way, will never happen with me. You will never get me to agree to that of my own free will.
That's fine.
I'm saying we should exhaust perhaps more difficult, but perhaps more righteous options of freeing you from law. And I think we should start, as much as I hate to say it, with the Resplendent. I mean, it's only fair, seeing as how you've been cavorting with the Quill.
I haven't.
And we saw for ourselves that the Resplendent, whatever the source of her power is, has the power to change devils.
Let me ask you just this then. I have not mentioned a thing to Lom about the Resplendent. Don't mix things up before we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't mention Lom to the Resplendent. Let's figure out where they stand first and try to pull information from them before we start mixing and matching, you know? Or choosing sides like the Resplendent. I know what you're saying. Raphael. I'm trying to meet you somewhere.
Well, then we agree then that at least you can count on me not for the quill in this arbitration.
Ah.
I'm sorry, but I will find another way. I promised you this.
We stand much to gain from this.
We stand much to gain and even more to lose after the fact.
How? What are we losing, Raphael?
When you are cast into the 9 hells for all eternity, you can ask me again what we stand to lose.
He makes a good point.
So, begs the question. Your big raggedness. Are you mayhaps also possessed by said Lam in infernal contract in protecting Red proper in all sorts of grocery shopping at all?
I think I'm not sure what he's asking, but I think I understand what he's getting at.
Are you also? Is your soul owned by Lam Obese for protecting karma? I was using the legal jargon.
No, I am bodyguard. I am very good at what I do.
One more question, Your Honor.
I protect
Why would they hire a bodyguard for somebody they own? Question.
You ask questions that I do not. This is not of my concern.
So it's 100% free and clear hire?
I have job. I do job.
No further questions.
All right.
So are they just paying you then? Were you promised anything special?
Something special. My station is this special, yes? You can ask, Obese mentions your neighbor by name. He knows my underling, I think I named him. I think I did, but for the sake of expediency. She knows my underling Roshin. He comes by, checks on things, makes sure that everything is running good, yes? I have a lot of power here, yes. What is special is my own. They do not give it to me. I earn these things, yes.
But it is the quill.
It is the quill for this, yes.
I see.
They called the family around local parts.
And I assume, well, you're not with the quill either. You're with the Fae. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I work for the Bastion. Not of my own choice, I guess.
To that end, I work for Bastion now, yes. I work for the Bullionaires. I do not wish to misconstrue the things that I do, but I do the work for the Bullionaire, where I am here.
Don't go jumping down his throat. He's just guilty by association. He didn't have nothing to do with the deal between me and Locke.
I'm finding there's a lot of guilt by association going around, isn't there?
We have not come to you yet, yes, Father?
I have told you everything that...
Oh, yeah. That is fair.
He and I both work for the Fae, and we would totally work. We would totally work for the Quill. No offense to Mama Cat, but if there's a lot more Karma clones going on, we would totally work for them too. But yeah, Master P, Father, and I all work for the Fae in all of our dealings.
100% not true.
Oh, we don't work together? I thought we were a team.
We're all a team, so to speak. I have no dealings with the Fae other than yourself.
Would you like a dealing with the Fae?
No, I would not.
Are you sure about this?
Yes,
I
am.
be interested.
No further questions.
Aside from Raphael, who else would anyone vote for the Krill for just once? Just one vote? Just
Never.
one time? Oh, why? Bastions are the people that screwed you over. Why wouldn't you just vote for the Quill one time?
It could have been the Quill. I have no clue. I need 24 hours or maybe 10 hours, something to take care of a few matters before I even decide on who I'm voting for at this point.
Cassius, devils make deals. They don't go around framing some Joe's
I
for no reason.
made a deal with my employer.
So, does Lom have any Karma sisters and or
I ain't got no
equivalent-
family. Don't ask.
They don't need any Fey cards or Halcyon passes or anything that we can barter.
I mean, maybe one might want to do
All
something.
right, my vote has been cast. You are welcome.
All right, baby cat.
Sorry, Monifa. I'm making a deal here. I'll come back to you as soon as possible, Monifa.
Would you vote for Lon to save just one time to save my soul? That's it. And then you can vote for whoever you want, do whatever you want. Just asking you for a favor here. If you're not comfortable, you don't gotta do it. Look, Raphael's not comfortable with it. He's not gonna do it. But you have a chance to save someone's soul.
At the cost of your own, potentially.
How is it? It's not even at the cost of your own. You
It
just count
will
the
be
vote.
eventually.
How?
Devils!
Okay.
Here's my question.
Yes.
What does arbitration even do?
That is the question that I wish to answer with this. With us all voting in one direction, we find out the missing pieces of what it actually does.
Lom's got information on that.
Not what we expect it to do, what has been told us it will do, but what it actually does.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I'm dropped on my head and momentarily decide to vote for Lom. What happens when the Bastion finds out? We're fired, right? We have to be fired at that point.
No, someone's
don't
messing
even-
with the votes. They already know somebody's messing with the votes. We just go with that story.
If history holds, we have seen this happen.
They might think we all voted for him.
Or we could just spin it if indeed nothing changed, we can just spin it. Somebody voted, like, we all voted for the Bastions, but for some reason it voted for the Devils. Weird, huh?
I do not see how telling them the truth is out of the question. When it comes time to reveal the results, we simply tell them what we know. We noticed it the last time that the votes were changed. This time we make experiment. Experiment show what did show.
Or that's also an option.
They stand to gain from this just as well. It will be a punch and gut, yes. But it
Last poetic metaphor.
right?
You're talking a lot of good intentions. And you know what they say about good intentions.
It's yeah.
The first thing after tonight, the first thing in the morning, I'm going to go speak with the Resplendent to tell her what happened at the mansion.
Right.
And hopefully get more information about who, if she is aware, is tampering with these votes. I will put forth the idea that one of us may be under a contract from a devil and see if she is able to deal with it.
Okay. Sure.
And then we can arbitrate.
Try to
but-
withhold some information, though. Don't tell her about Lom, please. Not yet.
Raphael.
We gotta hold some cards to our chest too.
That is correct. We do need to withhold some information.
When Plays mentioned that he wanted you guys to meet with Resplendent, that was an open invitation to whoever wanted to go.
That's right, and anyone can come with me if they wish. Again, I do not wish to act in secrecy, if at all possible.
Lom also mentioned that you can all come along. Just
No.
right.
No,
Karma, you don't want to go meet with the Resplendent?
I do.
There you go.
I don't want to talk to her about no contract, though.
I am going to mention the contract, so if you would be uncomfortable with that prospect, you best not be there.
Keep my name out of your mouth and just ask about it.
Karma is sending her lawyer, so I'll be there.
Very good.
He just turns around every once in a while. Don't answer that.
You don't have to answer that? You don't have
Karma, I will be handling our cards close to your chest going forward.
And there's a lot of room.
Hit him.
All right. So kitty cat, going back to kitty cat, would you do it one time? Just take it one time.
I like you, Red Lady.
Oh!
I'll probably vote for you.
Monifa. You vote for
I
me,
mean,
right?
that's easy.
Ah, yes.
She was going to do it anyway.
Monifa,
Maybe not.
you're clearly after gold and splendor and power. I mean, you've been pretty forthright from, what you said. But what of your daughter? What does she seek in all of this? Obviously, your success, I'm sure, if she is your daughter.
You should ask her that. I don't know. I don't care. I don't have any illusions that I know what she's doing and for why. She lives her own life at this point. She's a grown woman.
My dear Aloy, what do you seek in all of this?
I don't know. I don't really like any of these factions, if I'm gonna be honest.
Finally, someone speaks the truth.
Have you considered investing in the Fae?
I have not.
Raphael's just behind.
I have pamphlets.
As someone who is leading the investment tours, I say that you invest in those who can do for you, yes.
Yes, the Fae. Yes. Oh, Big Red knows exactly where to invest. The Fae, correct.
The Fae have given you VIP, right? In my case.
More than enough to prove an investment. Correct. Big Red, I love your facts. I love them.
All right. Okay. So
So what's our plan for tomorrow? What are you doing?
Vip and I suppose anyone else sans karma, are welcome to come to the Resplendence Abode with me.
wait, I agreed to go.
I very well. You can come if you wish.
Just don't throw me under no bus.
That's why your lawyer is going.
I can't believe you guys won't do it one time just to help.
I can't believe that you thought that I would, in any universe, do this.
I mean, it's for a righteous reason.
Yes, these votes are intercepted. We do not know who tallies them, and why do you think that they have such dire consequences to you?
I mean, how righteous is to put your own life on the line to save someone else's, right?
Who says
That's
your
why
vote's going where you send it anyway?
This is what I say.
This argument is going in circles now.
Raphael,
Yes.
no.
Yes, it is. All cards have been played. We will gather more information tomorrow.
Vote for me, please. Vote for me.
She's just like bawling in the
Raphael,
please.
vote for me, Raphael.
Being a condition
At the hem
that...
of your coat.
Say it again, Kevin.
Aw.
Okay, sorry. Being a condition that the Resplendent One, yes, does not have a way to release this contract, might you consider it differently then?
Please. Please.
No.
Oh, fuck.
My faith is a rock, and upon that rock will be built a great foundation for this city and beyond in the Twixt.
And frogs and scorpions and all sorts of animals live on that rock. Anyway.
There's some deer in there, you know?
And I will illusion that rock for you. It's all taken care of. Don't worry about it.
It seems that we have the losing hand. You have the losing hand in karma.
Well, we'll still have time tomorrow. You can figure this out.
Raphael won't even apologize. He's gonna be stubborn on this one.
I mean, I don't have a choice. I have to vote for who I have to vote for my own soul, so...
I understand.
Maybe some mysterious person will vote in your favor as well, then.
I will literally be free to help you guys out. To help the Bastion out.
It's a great proposition, Father, to have a zealot underneath your care. I mean, that's exactly what you want, right? A devout one that does blindly.
Listen. Listen,
Red,
I got another fable lined up, and I know to hear it, so I'm suggesting.
I want to hear it. No, I want to hear it. Master P lives within me, so I need you to tell me all your fables, please.
Listen, is it right to slay a noble and take his money to feed the poor?
Just one? Yes.
Very, very quick answer.
I mean,
How hungry are the poor?
They're starving.
And how much of a non-compliant is the noble to helping the poor?
True, slay the noble.
See, this is the problem. You change the populace. You show them the light of faith. You make the noble willingly give his money to the poor by changing the people of the populace.
Yes, we change him into dead, which gives us his money.
Oh, Lord have mercy on me in these sinners.
Never
Yeah, Master P, please deliver us from evil and save this tiefling who has done bad things. Deliver this one into your flock.
I would say pity the noble that allows such suffering to continue when they have the power to do something about it.
Indeed.
Don't you, Raphael?
Indeed. But
such a small price to pay he had to feed so many.
An evil act does not beget a good act.
Correct.
You have the best intentions in mind, but to do evil to achieve these, it is not the way. I've been saying since day one, the road to perdition is a hard one, but it is one that we must all walk for the sake of our eternal soul.
Truth.
I feel like taking a walk right now.
You're starving on the
Now
street.
stick around, Cassius. Stick around. We gotta hear all this.
But Father, if we can prevent, if I may, if we could prevent the road to perdition from even being paved by one act, righteous or not, isn't it the truthful, righteous one to take?
Pelor would teach us no.
I don't know Pelor like you do.
You certainly don't.
Good points.
God make a difference if we live or die.
Karma seems completely open to working for a higher power. What if she were to join the flock, devote herself to Pelor himself?
I'm a king girl. I've worshipped a king. I love a queen. Even before I came to the Twixt, that's who I root for. It's no problem.
Look, right there. A new follower for Pelor, right there for you.
I don't feel Pelor like that. I don't really understand him like I do Joaquin.
He feels you like that.
I doubt that he does.
I'm sure they do. Many of them.
Father, Guy,
Raphael, we've worked together for a few weeks now.
Sure, yeah. You seem really convinced that the Bastion are the good guys.
No! Lord, no! They're the nobles that I'm talking about in this parable. They're the ones that allowed this place to turn corrupt the way that it is. I agree with you, in fact, that there are no good factions in this.
So then why are you so adamant to vote for them?
At this point, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not anymore. But I would sooner vote for them than I would for a devil.
How do we even know that they are who they say they are? In your story, what if the noble is a demon?
Deception comes at every turn. Every faction could be lying to us. Lom could be a unicorn for all we know.
Answer her question, Angel Face.
I am.
He is.
What?
Sustained. Continue.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and put a wig on top of Vip, in a little gavel in his hand.
I love it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Good brother.
All we can do is trust our best instinct and our faith, which I do every day of my life.
And this is why the townspeople will be doomed if you were the only hope.
Oh, they'll be doomed if you win, that's for certain. You'll be you'll be replacing one evil with another. They will just as terrible a situation as they were before.
You think any of you have a choice at the end of this? You think they're gonna give one of us the power to run all of this? There's a reason I'm not sticking with that silly bullion game.
What if we just pretend to go with it? I mean, it's always nice to go with things, but still know better for it. We can end up tricking them in the... See, if we play dumb and we aren't really dumb, we have the upper hand.
Fine then, here's my suggestion. You're already in deep with sin. Why don't you just try to lie to Lom and say that we all voted?
Lom knows when I'm lying.
Oh, that's a problem. Oh dear.
You make a good point, actually.
Well,
I say, this is my offer, and then we finish the chickens and we go to bed, yes?
Yes.
All the two are willing and find it capable in their hearts to vote for the devils, please do. If you cannot, then you should not. But we will report that to everyone has been voted for the devils. We have the history to prove that these votes do not always come back, as we know.
Lom doesn't know.
If they tell us something different, they tell us something that we did not know.
Oh, good.
It'll be Big Red, very, very compelling. Yes, sustained, overruled. Monifa may approach the bench at this time.
I'm not coming anywhere near you.
All right, the bench approaches Monifa. Continue.
No.
Pull out my whip.
Well, very good. Then we all agree on the thing that we spent an hour bickering about. Excellent. Another waste of time. I love you all very much.
It wasn't a waste of time. It wasn't.
Groups of people.
Hey,
I am going to bed now. Goodbye.
He's so grumpy when he's tired. Listen,
Right.
we all had a good conversation and learned about each other. Let's just keep it in our hearts that to work together, not, we're all working together and not specifically for anyone, like we're our own faction for the faction of good doings. How about that?
Sure.
Great.
Right.
We are the investors in this place.
The investors. Yep, that's right.
We are doing our best. We are putting our best forward to make it all the better, yes?
Sure.
Raphael prays very loudly for 15 minutes before bed.
I will also pray loudly on behalf of the court and also insist that Karma and Monifa approach the bench.
You guys, at least,
In name of the prayer.
can you guys get together and just pray in a corner somewhere?
Yes, come to my corner, Monifa, and we'll pray. Come.
I am not praying.
You pray with me. Come on into the corner.
We're like trying to overshout the other one, and we just both keep getting louder and louder.
I would, if you guys both are in the same area, I would drop silence on you.
That's what I was just about to do.
Kidding. Going back to sleep.
Budget goons.
Sleep.
Heartless, cold, soulless goons.
Everyone.
We already know that Raphael would rather people die than get whatever they need.
Cash is just gonna walk out and leave.
Oh no!
He leaves his house.
Cass walks out of his own house.
Wow.
Yes.
Everyone buckles down to rest except for Cassius, who left his own house. It's just the 5 or 6 of you, rather. Each of you, if you're all spending a long rest, can get your 8 hours in, refreshing your spells, your health, etc.
Can I repair Sparky in that time?
Oh, Sparky.
I'm sure you could, right?
I think it costs like 25 gold, but yeah, it's a familiar. You're familiar, mechanical familiar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 25 gold. I'd have to look at.
Does it say?
It says it somewhere. I don't know.
Usually like the last paragraph of the feed.
Yeah. We'll say that you can't for now. We'll look it up. You spend a little bit of time, everyone sort of out of the corners of their ears hears a bit of whirring and clicking, the turning of a wrench, as Alloy spends a little bit of time in between her cat naps to fix Sparky. Sparky jumps back to life, Alloy, and clasps its bird-like feet up back onto your shoulder and flutters its mechanical wings. Cass, are you doing anything in this period of time outside of your own home?
Oh no, he's just gonna walk around for about a half hour and then literally outside of, like at the bottom of the stairwell, just sleep there.
All right. You have some dreams, Cass, but after the long rest as you awake, you don't remember them. As you all wake up, Cass, you waking up in the alley, going for a stretch, you feel as though your left hand stings a little bit.
Me?
Yes. Kind of run your fingers out and then grip a fist a couple times. Stinging sensation eventually subsides.
As soon as I get up, I start heading away from home and just start heading down to the market.
Everyone else wakes up after a long rest in Cassius's desolate, unfurnished, besides a simple bed, house.
Yeah, it's got one
room.
vanity.
Yeah, one vanity in it. Otherwise, pretty much undecorated. But feeling better for having some rest in after the kind of harrowing adventure you all experienced at the Glamourpuss estate. Of course, you are still on Lux, meaning it is still nighttime outside technically, but you are well rested and ready to go for whatever comes next, be it visiting a faction or eventually going to your arbitration, which you know is, now that you know who exactly was a demon in disguise at the Glamourpuss estate, to speak with Dazel, you know that arbitration is necessary.
I want to swing by the Resplendent's place first.
Raphael says, gathering his things.
Yep.
I'll go along.
Yeah, and your lawyer will go too.
Anybody else?
I was kind of lost in a daydream. Did Cash come? Cash just fucked off? He didn't go? He didn't come back?
As you look around in the room, everyone is accounted for besides Cassius.
Oh. Uh-oh. Can someone find out where he is? I can only communicate with him if I can see him first.
Yeah. I gotta waste a spell on this dead boy. Alright. I'm gonna cast. He's gonna be mad at me, you know. I'm gonna cast Sending.
I counterspell. No, I'm kidding.
Yikes.
60 already. Okay.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'll cast Sending on for Cash. And so that one action, I send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature which I am familiar with. I can send this message across any distance, even to other planes of existence. But if the target is on a different plane, there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
You don't have to worry about that. You are in the, are you in a marketplace on Lux or Topside, Cassius?
I was gonna ask you. I'm looking for whichever shop had the spell scrolls, the castable spell scrolls.
That is a place called the Grand Glitter Glaza, and that is Topside, where a massive vestibule stands with various tents and things like that, storefronts, with all kinds of accoutrements, some of the most diverse in terms of shopping here in all of the Twixt. So you have headed Topside in this time period, and as you are kind of perusing around in one of the shops, you hear in your mind a familiar voice that sounds like Karma.
Cassius. Oh, Cassius. Everyone is gonna go to the Resplendent soon. Hope to see you there. Kisses and hugs. Bye-bye. Oh, also tell us where you're at right now, because Obi's is freaking out. Bye.
What did you say? What did you tell him?
I asked him to please let us know that he's safe and let us know where his whereabouts.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yeah.
I will go and find him all the same. I hope you should.
Oh, hold up! Hey, hold up! Holding! Wait! Let's see.
Yeah. I do not wish to speak to the resplendent. She very much creeps me out.
Well, he might be there.
I reply to her. Lam, is that you? Oh, I'm so happy that our deal's working out. It's so wonderful. Is this the resplendent? I'm glad I'm working for you too. Oh my. I'll be back shortly. Enjoy the home.
Fucking worthless home. Oh, go find him, Obeez. Whatever.
He's where did he say he is?
He said he would be home shortly, and he completely he didn't tell me anything important.
Ugh. Why are you all so very difficult to get along? We are all working the same way, yes? Why do you lie to each other?
Always look, you're scaring the cats. You're scaring the cats. No.
They are... I do not know how much they lie to us, but they haven't outwardly lied yet. Ah, you go. It's time. I wait here.
So, Cassius, do you actually intend on heading back that way soon?
I just have to check to see if I can get what I need from here or either of the churches or whatever. I'm just trying to buy some stuff real quick before I meet back up with them.
Sure. So, if you guys want, seeing as Karma was able to get in contact with Cassius, he did tell her telepathically via the sending spell that he does plan on returning soon. Does anyone here wish to wait for him before heading to the Resplendent?
I am going to wait. I will also give my telepathy to Karma and Raph, and are the kitties going or staying?
Alloy's gonna go.
I'll go.
And the two.
Thank you for the gifted sub, Dungeon Glitch. Now you are subscribed, Sif. Congratulations.
And Alloy, because she seems more trustworthy than this Slinky.
What are you doing? The mind reading thing? Or
Yeah, you've got telepathy with me as long as you stay within a mile.
Testing.
Or for 3 hours, rather. Vips, do you wish to stay and wait with me for Cassius?
Yes, your big redness. I will comply.
Wait, actually, you're going with them for the orders.
No, Vip, you stay.
We need her lawyer present.
Yes.
Yes. In greater good, I will provide legal counsel for Red Proper on behalf of your big redness.
Quid pro
sir.
quo.
Okay. Just needed to know if you were going or staying. I already knew the answer. Thank you. I will stay here and look at this magnificent closet. Have you seen this closet? It is a nice closet.
It's all right.
I'm not barely even all right.
Raph, does your Resplendent group begin to head out?
Yeah. Head straight there. No winding alleyways. No sneaky skullduggery. We're just going right there.
So, Cassius, you begin to return after kind of picking what you want from the marketplace, which we can do kind of off screen if you want, unless there is something like very important that you want to pick up.
It's something I have to ask you. I'm not sure if I'm able to do, and I have to ask. It's something simple to get. I don't know if I am allowed to cast either of these spells. I know one of them I might be able to, but commune and divination specifically. Commune is speaking directly to your deity or divine power, proxy, etc. 3 questions, which I think in our Golden Boy had done before. Divination, however, is a one question about an event or certain objects or things that are happening in the next 7 days to a god or a god's servant. So I'm looking for one, both, either of those, because I can't cast it myself per se, but I'm trying to see if I can buy a scroll to do either of those.
Let me see.
And if not, if they don't have it, I'd ask the church the same way, just trying to contact.
Yeah, there's not a huge plethora of religious shops here on Halcyon that I see, unless you see any that I don't. I'm just double checking. However, let me just take a look here. Religious idols and blessings, as a matter of fact.
Divination's a 4th level and commune's a 5th level.
So these are not spell scrolls. Anything that says spell just means that at the appropriate place, like the Church of Joaquin, where the Joaquinar work, you can pay them this amount and they will cast it for you. So as you step into one of the Joaquin churches, the areas here that look similar to the one that you visited perhaps down below for arbitration, but this one a little bit more traveled. You see a couple people in here, a few folks bent at the knee at a statue of Joaquin that seems to be in much better shape than the one down on Lux. A couple coins you hear clattering inside of the kind of open basin area that the statue's set in. One of the Joaquinar clergy kind of waves you on in and asks if you need any help, so you can buy these services if you'd like.
Yes, just specifically to commune, if that's possible.
Of course, a small donation is all that we ask for, he says.
I pull out 1,500 gold and put it in his hands.
Oh. What spell are you looking to cast?
If I'm able to commune, and I just message you the 3 questions, and you can answer them however you see fit, of course.
Commune, that's a spell that's more direct than something like divination, right?
Yeah, it's specifically to a deity or any divine power in general. So I would, since he's connected to Joaquin, these are directed to Joaquin, so maybe he would get the information and relay it back to me or whatever.
He pulls you aside and says, "Son, have you been to any of our churches before?"
A few times.
We are devoted, and we are Joaquinaire in our service to the Lady of Commerce. However, her time is very busy. She does not always see fit to have to answer each of our questions, which may make life difficult for some of us. But just know that she is always still watching. I cannot offer you the powers of the commune with her, but I can certainly offer a divination towards it.
The fee that I have paid, would I be able to at least ask 2 then?
He mentions that if you want divination, he'll certainly give you all of the gold back, besides what is required for the donation, which is 210 gold pieces.
I'll just pay him for 2 if that's okay. If it's just for the one, then just the one, and I'll donate 500 extra to him for the church.
I appreciate that, he says, and he steps over and slips the gold coins into the as a matter of fact, Cassius, do you pay with coin on your person or your Bullionaire Bastion badge?
I would have enough coin from what I had starting because I didn't buy much.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the direct coin. I'd have enough at least to cover what I said I had. I'd probably only have about 100 actual gold left, and then all the rest would be on the bullion card.
Sure. They take the two different forms that you give them. He also tells you that he is. He requires a donation of 210 every time you ask to have him use a divination to reach out to speak with Joaquin. However, he can do it for you 3 times every day if you wish.
Okay. I'll just the 2, I guess, for now.
Very well, child. Please have a seat. Kind of directs you over to a relatively vacated area as you take a seat, and he sits down with you. And after you pay, he rubs his hands together and begins a prayer to Joaquin. You can ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. And you feel as though you will get a truthful reply, although the reply may be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Also, keep in mind, just because if you're having this spell cast for you, you would know the details about it, that the spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
Or 6 counterparts that are just as crazy.
Right. As you sit with the Joaquinar, he is kind of removes his hood and he opens his eyes after saying a short prayer with a hand on your shoulder. And you notice that as he opens them, his pupils are completely gold and have a bit of a shine to them. And he says, "Ask."
Do you want me to message these directly to you?
That's up to you. Do you want to share them with a group and ask out loud, or DM them to me?
I'd rather DM them to you, and regardless of the outcome, I would then head back, so that way I can type them out and you can head out with the rest of the group if you want to.
Go ahead and ask me.
All right. To Fate or GM?
I'm sure either probably works.
Yeah, they both go to the same place.
Go ahead and ask me so that I can answer these before you head on your way. Just because I may want to think about this before getting involved in resplendent stuff.
Wonder what they could be.
I also have some skullduggery to do. I have been left alone, so a curious monkey will play.
Take a shit in the closet. No one will know.
I am going to look in the closet for sure. I want to see what creepy things there are in there. There is nothing out here. There is nothing out here. There's got to be something creepy in the closet.
Little skeletons.
That'd definitely be a Cassius question.
The closet's actually bigger than the room itself. It's just like an actual house inside the closet.
Well, we've been sleeping in the closet, you know?
Sleeping in the closet.
The second question interpreted as what would needed to be done under their influence, so to speak, of their goals. And in my closet, there's nothing other than almost an identical set of clothing like he's wearing. And next to the door is the trunk, just like an old like circus traveler's kind of trunk, I guess you would.
Are there more than one coins? Do you have multiple of the necklace?
No.
What is in trunk?
Some just regular like linens, clothing, some more clothing, and
the interesting stuff. I'm interested in the interesting stuff.
The only thing that's in there is a small like poster pamphlet folded up for a showcasing a singing duo at the Dragon's Hoard.
Does it have a name or something on there? You can catch up with that.
Yeah, I'll type it out in chat.
We'll get it later.
You received 2 replies, Cassius. For the first question. Instead of receiving some type of message or a reply, as you look up from the crouched servant, the Joaquinar here in front of you, you see the statue of Joaquin, and behind it a brilliant glow of a goldish light illuminates and basks the area here of the temple. You look around for a second to see if anyone else notices the wonder that's happening here, and no one does. But something draws you towards the statue of Joaquin, standing upright and holding out a hand as if to take a donation. With your second question, you now hear a word spoken in your mind. And following it, more than just one. First you hear, stay. And then you hear, make money. All right, you hear the Joaquinar removing a hand. I hope you were able to receive everything that you needed, he says, as you notice the gold-filled pupils of his begin to shift back to the normal brown.
Interesting. And do I feel he was being truthful?
It wasn't him that was saying this to you.
Okay.
This was sounded like a feminine voice in your mind.
Gotta make that bread.
Alright, I'll start heading back to the house.
Please come visit us again, he says. I appreciate your donation. May Joaquin bless you, he says, as you head out.
I nod to him and say, same to you. I just kind of stare at the statue for a couple minutes and then I leave.
The glow of the statue having faded after that first question, but something still draws your eye to Joaquin's stare, the stone stare your way. You begin to head out. As you begin to return, it doesn't take long. You have to travel back down to Lux and then make your way back to your place. You see OBs cavorting through your closet as you enter into your own house.
Like, there's nothing. I didn't find anything. I did not look under your bed. By the way, I was gonna ask out of character. Do I find any dirty, smutty material under your bed?
Other than Monifa, no.
Oh no! I did not find your.
Not under your bed.
I did not find your compromising pictures of Monifa under your bed. I did not look at anything.
No.
Wait, you got pictures of Monifa under your bed?
You are not here.
I'm not here.
Thank you, wife, for that gifted sub. The Queen Gore. Is there anything that you guys do back at Cassius's place before we switch over to the Resplendent team?
Well, I bet you really want to catch up with those guys, don't you? You don't want to have any time to answer any questions. We should go.
I'm gonna hang out with them. I'm not gonna go see the Resplendent.
Oh, okay. Do you want to get an ice creams?
Sure.
I like the ice creams, and I do not wish to go speak to the Resplendent.
Yeah, me neither.
Ice creams it is then. Oh, excellent. This got better. I like lots of add-ins. I like the gummy bears, the peanuts.
Cassius
He just keeps on naming stuff as we walk into the sun.
and OBs travel amongst the top side here, looking for some ice cream.
People that put gummy bears on their ice cream should be tried as war criminals, as far as I'm
I like the challenge. What can I say? I have a big mouth. I like to chew and chew and chew and chew and chew.
I always put gummy bears.
You would.
Raphael, Monifa, Alloy, Karma, and Vip begin to head topside. As you guys are traversing the top bright layer here of Halcyon, walking through its streets, headed towards what you remember being told last time, that if you head back to Porphyry's office, you were given a key very similar to the sigil of the Resplendent, a key with 2 wings on it, Raphael, that you know will likely unlock the way into the realm of the Resplendent to speak with her. You begin heading that way. As you're making your way through the top side, through Halcyon Heights of the city here, you notice a large banner with Vip's face on it, likely selling some type of product. It's interesting. Surprisingly enough, the banner makes Vip look larger than life, and you are surprised to see the small little fairy form of him versus the massive form that sort of like hangs from the side of one of the buildings here.
Extracurricular activities?
Nah, absolutely multiple streams of income. I believe some cultures call it mailbox money.
Ah, I see. What is it advertising?
What would
Good
be
question.
What would be something you're selling, Vip?
Everything.
Health products, self-help, real estate, anything people are buying, really.
Is it all on the same banner? Health products, self-help, real estate?
You now see
Stuff to make you better.
a number of lines.
Are these health products just for men? Older men, maybe?
It could be. Younger men may use them to get an advantage. Older men may use them to kind of stay with it.
Even the playing field.
There's like a comet steed in the background.
It's a comet steed. Unlock your inner comet steed. Yeah.
Weird back and
Just say, yeah, you make you young and virile. It'll be like the Fae. You just keep on growing.
Keep growing.
Jesus Christ. Interesting. Well, I'm glad to see you're keeping industrious, Vip.
It's multiple streams of income. It's the only way to be, Father. If you want to make sure you set those up, make sure your church is prosperous, full. You let me know, and I will invest for you, or make your money grow the way that Master P grows within all of us.
Let's put a pin in that one.
Nope. That's not a thing.
You guys traverse the city streets of Topside, finding your way through Halcyon Heights back to the offices where Porphyry's area of work is. As you begin to head through the hallways, similar to like you did before, this is all relatively familiar to you all, seeing you did this once before. A couple turns in one of the number of kind of work offices in one of the buildings here, you find the plaque of Porphyry's nameplate on one of the doors. As one of you goes to try it, you realize it's locked.
Ah, I see. I cast protection from good on myself.
Okay.
And I attempt to open the door with the key. I put the key in the keyhole. See if it fits.
You put the key towards the keyhole. This key is much larger.
Okay. It's a big old honking key, the city key. Got it. In that case, I knock on the door.
You knock on the door after a rap and waiting a couple seconds, up to a minute. No one answers.
Oh. Well then.
Was there another key? Do you have another key?
No, but I have all of you.
Yes, exactly. We need some coercion on the gate.
Do you need help getting in?
Yes. Oh, my cat's meow. Please assist me.
Mary,
guide
please.
my hands. Please place your paws upon my digits and let us coerce this nasty barrier breaking us apart.
Save me now from this hell.
Yes,
The hell is keeping you and I away from each other and across from this threshold. So let's do what we can to get through that. The name of Master P.
Vip, you open your eyes from your pair and the door is unlocked and everyone is inside Porphyry's office.
So shall it be done in the name of Master P.
Hallelujah.
I knew Mama Cat, I knew you'd do it for me. Thank you so much.
You fly in to regroup with the rest. As you all have stepped inside here, you notice that the office is clean and free of any documents inside, as if it has been kind of scouted and picked clean.
Yeah, I mean, Potpourri is in jail now, presumably, so that makes sense. Anyways, the big door elevator thing there.
You remember there is a bookcase where there was a pull book. You see the bookcase. It is empty, save for a lone tome that reads "Infinite Possibilities."
Of course. I pull the tome.
With a tip, the bookcase shutters, and a secret door appears after the bookcase kind of shifts to the side. As you open the door, you look on. It is unlocked, and you look on to see what appears to be a white platform with a wall-less white platform ahead. Hang on just a second. Have to let my dumb dog in. Otherwise, she'll just bash her head on the door until she breaks through like a barbarian. She will literally do that.
That's a lot of dog.
As you look through here, the air feels slightly warm. There's the distant sound of some type of construction happening far off, although you can't see it. All each of you see through this door here is a mass of winding stairs beyond this platform that can be seen going in all directions, out as far as the eye can see, before ultimately disappearing into a gray, misty horizon. As before, as you step out onto this wall-less platform, the view is disorienting. There seems to be no real sense of up or down. Across the platform on the opposite side is a single door with a white frame, seemingly attached with no walls along with it.
Okay. That is clearly the door that we... So I walk forward confidently and try to find that keyhole.
There is the keyhole. It is relatively large. As you stick in the key and turn, you hear the latch and the door unlocks. As you open the door, here we go, just a second. It opens into, hang on just a minute, It opens again into the immaculate round neoclassical temple that stretches high above you all. The wispy mist fills the area rising to your waist. You can see rays of starlight that pierce through the columns and the stained glass windows behind. Towards the center, a staircase that leads up to a platform about 15 feet off of the ground, illuminated by soft candlelight. The Juno-esque figure of the resplendent, seated in her chair, looks on to see you enter, her form scintillating with a brilliant, glowing radiance. You also happen to see along with her both Plays with Tail and in his arms Glamourpuss. They turn to see you step in.
Glamourpuss is like sleeping and plays with Tail's arms.
It looks as though he is still sleeping, yes.
Ah.
Is this the cat that you guys met?
Indeed, it is. Resplendent one, we come again.
As you step inside, hang on just a second here, okay. As you step inside, she looks on, seeing you all, and waves a hand. Welcome. Please, step forward, closer.
But of course, I do that immediately, confidently, without taking a beat.
Does everyone else do this?
It looks like Karma and Manif are hanging in the back.
Yeah.
Karma kind of looks a little worried. She's gonna hang in the back.
You hear the door come to a shut behind you.
Here.
I will console my my Monifa and my client and step forward by walking in the air.
As you approach Raphael, she looks on at you and the rest and says, "Once again you return to me. Plays with Tail tells me that you helped to identify the demonic presence at the head of the Nippon Ship Company. In doing so, you helped to secure the safety of its owners. I thank you for that.
But of course, indeed, if Plays with Tail hadn't have been there, we may have not gotten out alive. I see now that a resplendent one, such as yourself, Raphael says through his teeth, could be of great value to our endeavors. That is why I've brought along most of the rest of our group right now.
Unfortunate that all of you could not come.
Yes, the others had, let's say, previous engagements.
So, what can I do to earn your trust, Raphael? As well as you all?
Well, I would say that what happened in the mansion has gone a long way towards that. I think in the future it would be a good idea for us to work closer together. After all, the more information we have, the easier it shall be to achieve our goal.
I would agree with this.
To that end, we had something we wish to speak with you about in particular. We have reason to believe that one or more of our troop is under some sort of nefarious contract with a devilish being. Were we to find out the details of this contract and bring that individual, could you somehow nullify such an agreement?
The Resplendent looks at you, Karma, and answers, I could nullify this immediately, if you are
Is that
needing
so? Raphael turns around and looks also. If he says if. He just says if. I didn't catch the last bit of what.
Oh, she just said if you were to require it.
I believe we may. Isn't that right?
The council listens on behalf of the client.
I want to message Raphael.
Wait, are you sending Raphael?
I'm messaging. Can I message?
Oh, message. Oh yeah, messages. That's the cantrip one, right?
Yeah. I message him. Cards close to the heart. I don't want to make any quick decisions right now. It's good to know, but let's just keep it on the back burner. Don't want to, burn any bridges at the moment.
Raphael's just got the biggest shit-eating grin on his face, and he turns back around and says, "I'm sure that whomever this individual is, they will come to see the light eventually. It's good to know that we have such a resplendent arsenal, let's say, in our back pocket. At any rate, I think it prudent to confer with you before our next mission."
Before we speak on those things, allow me a demonstration for you all.
Oh.
Plays is already under my protection, but now I shall cast my shield over Ritz himself. You watch her step up from her chair. She is easily 10, maybe even 11 to 12 feet tall as she begins to step. She looks at you, Raphael, and says, "Please, if you would step back."
Oh, but of course. And I do that.
As she steps forward, Plays steps up the platform stairs over to her and sets upright Ritz, who is kind of shifting a little groggy. As this happens, she brings a finger and just touches him on the forehead. And there is a brilliant flash of light. And each of you watch on his forehead as you see the mark, the sigil of the two wings emblazoned in almost a golden hue forms on his forehead, similar to the one that you saw both on Plays with Tail, Raphael, as well as one that everyone saw appear on Darvile's head. As this happens, the brightness and fullness of the light dissipates a bit, although you still see the visible mark. Stepping upright, you see Ritz waking up and looking around. He looks around to see Plays and then back down towards you all and kind of rubs a hand on his chest and says, oh my, I feel jubilation. I feel amazing. There's a sense of fullness and joy about me. Was this your doing? He says, looking up to the resplendent, and she nods. He bows down on his knee and says, oh, thank you, joyous one. The feeling you've granted in me is something more than any material wealth I've ever attempted to garner. Plays, he says, looking over. And Plays looks at him with a happy smile on his face. A symbol of the two wings forming in a goldish hue on Plays with Tail's forehead. Yes, I too have been touched by her. Oh, it's brilliant, he says. Indeed, Plays says. Now, Plays says, sleep. I must return you back to a safe place for me to watch over you. And as Plays runs a hand on the forehead of the shorter Ritz, he begins to shift, a final chuckle coming from him before he slips back into what seems like sleep in the arms of Plays.
Impressive, I must say. See, it seems so very easy.
I have awakened his joy, something he will need when he learns of the situation surrounding himself back at his estate.
Ah, yes.
Now that he bears my mark, I will be able to watch out for him as I have Plays with Tails. My mark also negates any perversive accounts of spells caught on certain characters.
I see. Well, this is quite a boon. We'll keep this in mind.
If you need assistance to keep you safe from all of the evils here in Halcyon, do not hesitate to come and speak with me. I am happy and willing to talk to you about anything you require.
But of course, we would be overjoyed, let's say, to do that. Just that.
Joaquin's voice in this place is subtle and absent. The people continue to throw their coins her way, asking her for prayers, but rarely does she ever answer.
This is something I have noticed as well.
It is good that we have people of faith like ourselves here, you and I, Raphael.
I thank the sun every day for that very fact.
The sun provides life and nourishment to each mortal creature. It is a good and should be protected as so.
He just nods.
I hope that my demonstration may have eased your minds. It will fill you, awaken you with my love, compassion, and a jubilance will fill you. Also remember that it is undetectable from the fiends that wish to stop you out there. And only when I call upon it will it activate. Otherwise, you maintain every bit of yourself.
I see. Well then, this demonstration has been fantastic. And I think you should expect to hear from me once more should we need more information or aid on our quest.
Should you seek information, come see me. And should you seek assistance in ridding yourself of such curses, know that my touch is nearly a door away.
But of course, as I had mentioned earlier, I'm sure the individual in question will eventually see the light.
I wish to look over the residents here of Halcyon. I wish to take care of them. I wish to bring them a joy that Joaquin cannot spare. Come. She waves a hand as she begins to step down from the platform and begins to step over towards the far-off edges of this entire area here, this mausoleum-like area. Does anybody follow?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I mean, I figured it was like next to us.
As you,
I do. I don't know about anybody
it's
else.
It's a little ways out. It's like 50, 60 feet out to actually reach the edge.
Yeah, Vip will go on behalf of his council.
I'm curious. I want to see what's happening, but I am in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fae provides and fills that of my my client and my cattedness, but I will approach the bench.
She steps over to the side, still maintaining a distance of about 10 or so feet, and waves a hand out. As you all peer over, some of you even in the back are still able to see that this platform is floating up in the sky on the Lux side of Halcyon. You see over top the cityscape of the lower leveled buildings of the Lux area, and you can see it dotted with the various lights. The only thing lighting up this area is the starlight coming in from above. You can see the various people in the distance, just barely shifting subtle shadows moving across the streets of Lux. She says, I watch over everyone here at all times. I only wish to provide my services to awaken those here so that we may rid ourselves of this demonic presence and form a unity, one forged in a new path, not on greed or lust, but something higher. I hope that in time you will see this as an effective means to end the plight of these people.
Yes. You speak true.
Come to me if you have any more questions. If you seek aid. Yes. What is your question?
The demons that you pacify and turn into your own, are you not worried that some bigger demon's gonna come up and take over? Break your spell?
Always a possibility, though none have happened yet.
Okay.
I maintain a connection with all of those I have awakened. We share one mind. I will know when the time comes if there is a danger that does such a thing. However, as of this time, though I must admit I have not converted many of the actual demons themselves, I have a few that I have done so, and they have as of yet been able to be relinquished of my grace upon them.
Some may need to be forced through more coercive means, let's say.
Those who are not coerced will be vanquished. I am a goddess of joy, a divine being of exuberance, of happiness. However, I am not against casting the stone or sparing a rod when the time calls for it. The demons will bow, or they will be cast out, whether through my aid and gift or by the mace.
Ah, well, Resplendent One, you're certainly speaking my language now. But we really must be going. We have a previous appointment we need to make. Thank you for showing us this grand sight.
Ask about the votes. The votes.
What about the votes?
Resplendent, do you have
right.
control over the votes?
Yes. Oh, there's one last thing.
Yes. Speak.
In our previous arbitration, we noticed some anomalies. There were some that voted for, let's say, those that are not yourself or the Bastion, if you catch my drift. And yet, the Bastion still registered as 7 votes being tallied. That was the number, right? It was 7? Was it 7? 6?
Mm-hmm.
7? Okay, 7. Yeah, 7.
All 7 of you.
Yeah. Do you know of anyone that might be, let's say, obfuscating our arbitration in any way?
These artifacts that the Bastion uses, the eyes of the Arbiter, as far as my intel has been gathered, these devices have existed since the beginning, the outset of Halcyon's... how do you want to say? Origins. It is likely a practice that has been set in stone for some time. If there is a tampering with it, it is unfortunately one that I have yet to become aware of.
I see. Can I make an insight check on that, just real quick?
Sure.
Hoi.
22. 22.
It sounds like she's telling the truth.
Well, we're beginning to narrow it down, and I think I have a suspicion on what may be happening there, but I appreciate your truthfulness on the matter.
I am able to become aware when the time comes for you to arbitrate, and if you are to think of me casting your hand as a positive vote in my favor. However, beyond that, I do not collect any more than what I am aware of.
I see.
If it is true that there are more than this 7 of you all voting for the Bastion, and the Bastion still registered that you all did, then perhaps it is something that the Bastion is not telling you.
I think that is exactly what I am leaning toward as well.
They have their traditions and they have been set up for some time, but they have also been set under the thumb of the demonic presence for some time. Be careful how much you entrust to them.
Yes.
This city is full of liars and those who would do terrible things, even if you were to entrust them with your lives. I hope that you see my glory and see me as who I am, honest, wishing to turn this city in the right direction. Even those of you who view monetary gain as your chief principal goal, I hope that you see that there is something more, something that can not be bought with gold. If you need anything else, come speak to me. I will always be here to listen.
Very well, Resplendent One. And Raphael try to gather up people and kind of get us out of here.
Sure.
We got arbitration to do, though I didn't mention that out loud.
Vip will look at both of his clients, make sure that all questions were answered.
I don't. She makes a very good point and sounds exactly like something I've heard before.
Let us be on our way then.
She steps back over, maintaining a pretty large berth from each of you, and steps back up the platform, seated at her winged throne, and bids you farewell as you all enter back through the door, moving through this strange platform with no walls, and back into Porphyry's room.
I'm not going to say anything until we're like well away from the
Sure.
from
You've
the
like
place.
closed the door of this place and have found yourself back in Impofri's room, a clear distance away from her place.
I turn to Karma and say, well, we found you a last resort, but I think it's safe to say that that is not an ideal situation for anyone.
Raphael, it's scary how similar her whole.
Precisely my opinion as well. That is a contract by another name. Pelor teaches us to teach the givings of light, the holiness, what it means to be a good person. We don't force it upon others with a mark.
So you're listening to what she says. Would you not even at least listen and interrogate what Mom has to say? You're not agreeing to anything. You're just listening, comparing, contrasting, and getting information. You don't even have to vote for her. Just get information and get wiser from it.
I will tell you this. Because of my promise to you, I will at least sit in on your next conversation with Lom. I do not make any promises to agree to anything or even speak. But for your own spiritual protection and that of the rest of the group, I think it is a good idea that I be there. But even still, I will not vote for the quill.
That's fine. Just gotta get the knowledge in your noggin, that's all.
Knowledge is a dangerous thing. But we learned something very valuable. That there are no easy roads, are there?
Only the ones you make for yourself.
For once, Manifa, I think we agree.
All right. Well.
It was worth a shot, right?
Right. And you're willing to meet Lom. So maybe we can set up a little rendezvous before we arbitrate.
I fear no devil.
Yes! Let's get OBs and Cassius. They're eating ice cream, by the way, so they're not too far.
I wanted ice cream. Do they have rum raisin?
Ugh.
Why?
Because I thought it's like, what is the most old person ice cream I could choose?
That's a sin.
Who hurt you?
Society.
You guys want to reconnect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the ice cream parlor.
At the ice cream.
Yeah, I'd say so long as they didn't. Was that like an extra planar travel to talk to her?
You guys don't know.
That's a good question. I don't think we
have-
actually reached out to him during that.
So I asked that specifically because if they traveled further than a mile from me, then my telepathy fails.
Yeah, the telepathy fails.
Okay.
I will gladly send a sending to OB.
I counterspell. No. That's the new meme.
Yes, we are here eating the ice creams. Cassius has it all over his face. I have not told him yet.
I'm not eating ice cream. I bought you ice cream.
Oh. Well.
Can I have yours then? Because I love ice cream.
What is Vip doing in my head? We gotta go.
Okay, goodbye.
I'm everywhere. You allowed me full access to your person as your legal counsel. Your reddedness.
You guys are able to find a destination where you can all reconvene to meet each other again after some ice cream antics and a meeting with a resplendent.
I get like a double scoop with rum raisin and pistachio.
Good choice.
No, it's not a good choice.
I get the spicy ice.
Pistachio is not a good choice?
Well, with rum raisin.
Rum raisin's good too.
The ice
I think
cream,
you just like ice cream.
What's wrong with you?
ice cream
lot.
is
How much time do you have?
delicious.
Not you.
How much does it cost? I pay for them.
Ooh.
5 gold pieces for both. OBs and Raphael. It's delicious.
You should get the gummy bears.
Oh yeah, gummy bears.
I get a small sundae to go. It has gummy bears on it.
Oh,
6 gold pieces, and it tastes delish, Monifa. There is no better place with an assortment of food, no matter what it is, even if it is frozen treats, than Halcyon.
I give Obese and Cassius the rough cliff notes. I basically say that we could break Karma's contract, but it would require the cost of free will.
Nope.
And it says that with a very clear disdain in his voice.
Obese considers it for a second, says, "Oh yes, like the kitty cats we found already. That makes sense."
Indeed.
Disgusting.
I feel like we should have seen that coming, actually.
It was worth venturing, even
Yeah.
still.
Hindsight
Not
is
if you act the
2020.
resplendent, though. You get to keep all of yourself according to the resplendent.
Until you die. Oh.
It's disgusting.
She actually, the resplendent specific. Well, I'm going to be more like clever about how I phrase this in case people are listening. But for the sake of time, I say the resplendent specifically said, "Until you're needed, until she needs to call upon you, you're yourself."
Oh, this sounds like terrible deal.
Sounds like a favor if I've ever heard of one, and I know.
Yeah. I have maintained this entire time that every faction is detestable in its own way.
Yeah, because of that, he agreed to go talk to Lom or sit in on the conversation with Lom. So he's gonna go with us.
I will be present.
That whole free will speech thing, Cash is gonna get up and say, "So are we arbitrating? Can we go now?"
We're going to see Lam.
Just a quick stop at the Deaf Devil. Then we're gonna go. We're just gonna get some more knowledge in our noggin, and then we're not agreeing to nothing, not making no deals. Raphael's okay with it.
I fear no devil.
Yeah. Cassius, it's gonna be real quick.
Sure.
All right. Let's go to the Deaf Devil. All right.
I'm entirely too excited.
I just want to point out there is a cookie stand down the way. If you all wish to join me instead of going
I will, on behalf of having full access to Red Proper and Mama Cat's full person, I will buy all cookies required for the trip to said Dapper Devil.
No, I mean instead. I go to the cookies. You all go to the Dapper Devil.
Oh, okay. Can I please have multiple cookies because I like those?
I will buy cookies for everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
So he's clearly like his own faction, right? Like that.
I want to do it.
all
Like
agree
check on
that
Obese. Is he up to something? Is he? Oh,
He's up to buying us cookies, is what he's doing.
I follow Obese instead.
was fucking 18 or no 16.
Resplendent or Lom, I don't want to see either.
As before, Obese and Cass refuse to go see.
Huh. All right. Well, if you're worried about something, let me know.
What was your insight check?
16.
What was it specifically about? I was
To see if you're trying to
hide,
like avoid like either out of like fear or just
Big
avoid
Red.
going for.
Big Red has been 100% honest with me, as he has also sought my counsel. He has in no shape or form denied any plausibilities regarding said Dapper Devilings.
Okay.
But to answer your question, no more resignation than going to Resplendent. Yes.
Okay.
The same avoidance, as it were.
He's shy in common
Pip.
layman's term.
I
It is
understood what he said.
It is unsure of shy or otherwise. Just same reasons.
Okay. All right. Well, you have fun with your cookies.
I am looking forward to it.
As snickerdoodles, please, sir.
I will get what I get.
Oh,
There are too many of you. I will not remember all difference.
Get
right,
raisin
yeah.
oatmeal, and that is final.
That
I'll
is
give
the
him a
best
bardic
kind of cookie.
inspiration for 10 minutes because if he's gonna be alone and nobody else is staying, let's give him a bardic inspo.
I am not
It's only
good.
give him 10 minutes.
I like oatmeal.
Don't get into
raisin, though.
trouble.
Oh, thank you.
So you guys head towards the Dapper Devil?
Yeah.
besides OBs and Cass?
Again.
Yes.
You each begin heading down into the Lux area, using the turnstile to shift 90 degrees in the opposite direction as gravity shifts with you. You now exit onto Lux, the darkness and light. You remember standing up where the resplendence platform is in the air. You wonder if you could see it in the sky somewhere. As you continue to move through these city streets, gently lit by all kinds of candlelight and low light, you make your way through back towards the Dapper Devil. As you peer up, you see the similar sign of the Dapper Devil made in a steel with a little bit of a horned silhouette. And as you guys step inside, find yourselves into a very classy looking restaurant area. As you step inside, there is a tiefling female. This one seems different than the one before, Karma, that is standing at a little podium that sees you and says, "Oh, yes. Right this way," she says. "How many will there be this time?"
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lucky number 6. Wait, where's 6. All right.
"Very well," she says, and she gathers a couple menus. "Follow me, please."
I cast protection from evil on myself.
All right. As you do this, you are led into a large room similar to the one you are before. It seems like you're being led to the same room, and as the doors open and close, there are a couple tiefling waiters that have you sit down, and it takes a couple minutes, but eventually, pushing through the double doors at the side of this private room is Lom, who steps through and shifts by and looks to each of you before saying,
Oh, look at how many people showed up this time. This is amazing. Glad you brought your friends this time, Karma. I'm not counting all 7 heads, but I'll take what I can get. Maybe we get the robot to count as one of them.
Actually, I would like to leave Cogwheel outside.
Forget I said that.
To look for anything weird. Sorry.
Cogwheel stands outside.
Yeah.
You see Lom sit down and grab a bib off of the table and kind of shift it underneath their shirt and looks to the rest of you.
Please have a seat. There's going to be plenty of delicious food. Sorry for the wait. I'm a busy woman. Now, tell me, what brings you all here? Oh, nice to see you here as well.
Lom says, looking over your way, Raphael.
Yes, I thought you might want to see me in person instead of me just viewing your meetings with Karma vicariously.
If it makes you feel any better, you're always welcome to continue listening in. I would just like a little bit of knowledge next time that you're gonna cast such things in my domain. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to be here in person or remote, but I'm happy to see you in the flesh.
I'm sure you are.
A second or two passes, and a number of platters carried by tieflings bring in all manner of delicious food to each of you.
Yes.
You hear these soft, subtle sounds coming from around the elegant diner. Lom digs into a just haunch of meat and looks over to you, Karma, and the rest.
So, what are we discussing this time?
Arbitration and what you can offer.
Oh,
let's see.
did Karma make sure and fill you all in on the deal that I've worked out with her?
You mentioned it.
One-time arbitration for me, but it's got to be all of you. And I will allow her to be free from the spell that we have contractually worked out. So what do you all think? I know this guy isn't gonna do it.
Lom says, running a meat honk your way, Raphael.
Again, Raphael is like not even making eye contact. He's just being very cagey.
So,
How are the things? How are things with the Bastion going? You're fitting in well with the company? You're all enjoying yourselves, getting paid lots of money, climbing the ladders, bickering and nabbing at each other, trying to fight to the top?
Yeah, Lom, what do you know about the Bastion? Because something's not right. They're not telling us the whole story. What do you know about the Bastion? Because they're sending us these places, telling us to give them information, and you know, the whole demons are everywhere thing, the whole rigged count thing. It's kind of confusing. Also, no, that's it for now. I do have another question, but what can you tell us about the Bastion?
Lom gets ready to respond. Before that happens, Luke, I'm gonna need you to roll a 1d7 for me because Karma's a bitch has been activated by Sith.
Oh no! I was gonna use this encounter too. No, I wanted to use it. What's the one where I get to keep it? Let me know before I roll.
It's going clockwise from a man at the top, so it'd have to be a 7.
Gave me 7s.
Yay!
Yeah, that goes to OBs in.
All right, I that's preferable than anyone else in the room getting it.
Lom thinks for a second, tapping a long black fingernail at her chin.
I know a lot of things in general, let's just say.
All right.
Bastion being just one of the many retinue of things I'm able to keep an eye on as part of the quill here, running through the city, as you may know, Karma. I know quite a many things about the Bastion, seeing as they're the ones in charge, or at least think they are. I've already told you quite a bit, that they've likely already been compromised from the outset. That those who are being taken from their ranks are not just being minted into gold, but their souls are being used in the underworld to amass an army that plans to invade this place.
And if you get into power, what's your plan to combat this?
I've spent years in the abyss and the plains of hell. Now something that Raphael over here may not like, but let me posit this, something that gives me information that can help. The Bastion, let's just say they're mortal folk. Powerful, yes. Money makes anybody powerful in a certain sense. But they don't understand the abyss, the blood war, the feud that we have with the demons like a devil would. I understand a large majority of the demons' networks. I know quite a few different distribution facilities where they play their games and move their goods, no matter what that may be. The Bastion likely either isn't aware of this or is and refuses to do anything about it. That is the type of information that someone like myself, a powerful woman, in charge of one of the most powerful devil guilds here in the city, can provide you all. Something the Bastion can't, nor any other faction. I have an innate understanding of the demons, because I've been to hell and back, even if I had to crawl my way.
All right. Revenge. Does that have something to do with the Razim character?
Razim.
Is he an important part in any of this?
Razim is an interesting name. Interesting, especially that the demons, the guild, would try to bring it up, try to search for information. Razim was the archmage, the one in charge of creating that big fiery ball up in the sky, the star, or sun as many of you refer to it as, that hangs up in topside. They're the ones that created it as part of working for the Bastion at the outset of Halcyon's inception.
What happened to him?
That's the crux. Nobody knows, darling. All but disappeared. Except for people who may have extra knowledge that the Bastion doesn't. I may have an idea of what happened to Razim.
I mean, is it important enough for us to dig into, or does it have nothing to do with any of this?
I think it would be pertinent for you all to perhaps follow this trajectory if you're really trying to put a dent in the plans of the demons. If they're trying to ask for someone who's long since been likely dead, someone who created one of the foundational artifacts that exists in Halcyon, important to maybe sniff this one out, perhaps get a leg or two ahead of the demons. But I'll need to do some digging first. I was just made aware of this by Malefa just a couple hours ago. But if you come and visit me again, I could provide further information, perhaps if you give me a couple days. I may also have information that no one else is going to give you.
Right. Do you know anything about the arbitration thing? Like the origins of it?
I know that it's old,
Uh-huh.
and I know that it's a pretty well-regarded secret amongst the Bastion. I may have even had some first-hand experience before using it.
Well, don't be shy. Go on.
None of that matters, though. I don't exactly know the internal workings of it.
Huh. Is it demonic?
As far as I know, no.
Oh.
Interestingly enough.
Is it holy?
That remains to be seen. Not exactly my area of expertise, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe have this guy go poke his head around it.
Kind of points your way, Raphael.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know she was referring to me. I don't respond.
Here's the thing. You're all likely following the Bastion's orders as you would, doing what they're saying and making a lot of money in the process. A lucrative experience to any of you. With money comes opportunities, experiences you couldn't gain before. Here's the thing. You see me for what I am, a devil. But you know that I'm at least going to be straight up with you. The Bastion, may be mortal, but let's just say that they've been at this for a long time. Never once have they been able to quell their little demon problem.
Do you think it's too big for just us to handle? Do you think it's bigger than that? Or, something that if we say, for example, if we were all able to give our vote to you, are you certain that this is something that you could handle by yourself? Realistically.
You have to understand, Bastion is putting all the eggs in your basket. But last time I got a head count, there was 7 of you, maybe including 8. Now, of course, I'm sure that there's a couple others relegated to trying to track down these demons once you figure them out. But it seems like they're placing their bets on a very small group. I, on the other hand, have a vast swath of devils who work under me. I can get things done. I got quite a formidable army.
Okay.
Let's just say they may be closer than you think. But we just prefer the nicer things in life. This is Halcyon, after all. We are creatures of law, despite what you may think. Just because our appearance may give you the affectations that we're up to some devilish intent, doesn't mean that we can't be classy about our affairs. If you were to vote for me, arbitrate on my end, and put me in power, I would continue Halcyon as it is, benefiting the people and making sure that things run tightly. I would also, on top of it all, remove not only the heads of this demonic force, but the heads of the Bastion.
All right. Well, there's still wheeling and dealing going along that puts innocent lives at risk and takes innocent lives. Deals, even. Wouldn't happen to know anything about that, or would you be interested in taking care of something like that?
What are
Like,
you talking
taking
about?
care of it. Like, say, innocent workers getting tricked into playing a game and then getting framed or something. I don't know, getting framed or something, and then I don't know how to explain this. Do you know of anyone rising from the dead? Do you deal with that? Do you do that kind of thing?
No. But if you're talking about certain parties using deception and trickery, unless people aren't reading the fine print, it's not coming from the quill.
Right. So the devils aren't making the deals that are...
If you're trying to assume some type of anarchic party, it's of course the demons, though I would not hedge my bets on just them alone.
Right.
Be careful who you trust, no matter who it is.
Yeah. Right.
You're all getting funneled quite a lot of money, I imagine, from the Bastion.
Pretty decent.
What a way to keep you contractually obliged to continue working for them, in a manner of speaking. Perhaps not written out, but it sure keeps you all here doing whatever deeds they want you to do.
Until someone comes with a better deal.
You mentioned before that the king and queen chose us. Do you know for a fact that it was the king and queen? And do you know why it was us?
Let's just say that story that I told you last time you were here.
The Vorax story, yeah.
It's an important part of the equation.
I am really bad with metaphors. I in stories, I try to put them together. They're really nice, but I'm a you gotta tell me kind of girl. I can't I can't put two and two. I mean, it was a smart idea. These Vorax, Mom, please just be a little more straight with me, please. Like a little more to the point.
I think you'll find out in due time. Let's just say my vagueness is not intended. I'm not trying to just make you have to jump over a bunch of hurdles. Sometimes people hide information, not to be obtuse, but to protect the people they're working with.
Oh.
If you're looking for answers, give me some time. Not only regarding this regime and what may have happened to them, but also this whole affair that you all find yourselves in. I have a lot of truths that I would like to share, but laying them all out on the table at one time can be dangerous.
All right.
Respect that.
Any question? I look at everyone.
I always have questions.
Any questions about the situation that we're currently in that will be useful later on?
Yeah, I also have those.
I have a question. Were you able to actually convince this man to consider voting for your karma?
No.
Paylor, was it?
You know well what the holy symbol on my chest represents.
Just trying to make kindly conversation. Perhaps this matter of Razim and this affair with the star or sun in the sky, if you will, you'll find important then. Perhaps, out of the duty of your God, you at least come to speak with me again. Just because you eat dinner with the devil, it doesn't have to be some metaphor for bending over backwards for me.
Everything's always a metaphor. Why are these fucking metaphors everywhere?
This is a perfect thematic bookend to this episode. Raphael says nothing. He continues staring straight forward and does not acknowledge her at all, other than the time he just acknowledged her. Because she mentioned Pelor, and that got under his skin.
Nah.
Just food for thought, that's all.
If I may, your laminess approach the bench.
There's no bench here. Fip, you can speak. We're all at a dinner table here. What is your question?
Noted. And Vip will approach and float eye to eye.
You're smaller than I thought. No offense.
I can fix that as well. Disguise self and grow 1 foot taller.
That's all right.
If this pleases the court, I may have a question.
Yes, continue, Vip.
On behalf of my clients, I heard some privileged matter that you may have said. You are well aware of the adversions to having a 7 of 7 100% vote in your favor.
I would prefer that, yes. As a matter of fact, I would prefer that you all do it every time you go to arbitrate so that enough of you get me into the helm of Bullionaire Bastion. But I am asking this time specifically, as a lawful party, along with Karma, admitting that perhaps I came on a little strong with the initial contextualization of our agreement, that if I got all of you to at least humor me for this one time, then I would free her. I'm not even saying that you are agreeing or somehow siding with me by making this vote. Do it for Karma, not for me.
I agreed. My clients at all wish to help said tortured soul. Now, but you and I, your Laminus, live in a shall we say realistic realm where let's say 5/7 agree with you.
5/7.
What the fuck is happening?
Let's say that 5/7 of said client.
I get what
agree
you're
with
putting
you.
down. Yes. Okay, come on. Yes, of course. There's naysayers.
What mayhaps happens to my client's soul said 5/7 of the subjugate body agrees to betroth votes in arbitration in your favor, your lamidness.
If there's no 7 out of 7 come this next arbitration, then she continues to serve under the contractual gear spell that I placed over her to hopefully put me in the lead of things, a Bullionaire Bastion, so that I can fix this city before it burns to the ground.
For Halcyon! Not just for Karma, but for Halcyon!
I agree with you. What about 6/7 and fake considerations in the future?
I am a lawful creature. I made a deal that Karma agreed to. I need to have a little show of at least an entertainment that you are not completely beholden to the Bastion. I require 7 out of 7 votes. This next arbitration only. Though I would hope that you would consider it outside of that.
Understood. 6 out of 7 fake considerations to be considered later, and 6 out of 7 in a future consideration of arbitration to be considered later, with an additional fake considerations on top of.
What you're suggesting to me, Vip, is that 6 of you vote this time, and a full 6 of you vote in another arbitration for me.
This is what I am suggesting, yes, on behalf of my client.
I am willing to amend the rule should you choose this method, Karma.
Oh my god.
Okay, so 2 times 6 people.
That robot
I don't
can
think
vote.
Cassius is gonna do it. Oh no! I completely forgot about the dead boy.
And Raphael's definitely not going to do it twice
I know,
if he's
that's
not
why
going to do
there's
it once.
6 out of 7, and now, hey, Pixie, maybe there was a little miscalculation on my part.
I'll allow you to stick with the original bargain. I'm just saying, of course, the 12 votes for me is more advantageous, so I would consider this deal. But I would need to have it secured that this is something to be done. If you don't feel like you could either ever convince Raphael here or those who may not be at this table, then I understand. We will stick with the original imposed deal of the next arbitration, 7 out of 7 votes.
We're gonna do that because it's good for business. All in or all out. That's what we're gonna do.
Wait, that is what we're gonna do. Now, I did my ears doth perketh on 12 votes. So if we were to get you 12 votes, what would your lamadness like with 12 votes?
Doth perketh is not a legal term.
6 votes confirmed this time, and then another 6 out of 7, let's say, the very next arbitration. Considering that all of you come from different walks of life and have varying viewpoints on things, I understand the situation some of you find yourselves in. I even understand your reluctance to even speak with me, Raphael. So I get it. 6 here, 6 the next. I will amend the rule should you choose this method. And upon the second 6, once I get confirmation through the arbitration process that this is done, I will free Karma from her Gia spell.
Interesting.
That sounds like a lot more work than just the first 7.
It is a lot of work.
Yep.
I would also hope that you understand that I'm a woman of my word in doing this.
Oh, I understand. The word is all I worship, honestly. So, let me ask you one more question. You're able to confirm arbitrations yourself?
Well, I certainly get the inkling of those who use the arbitration method to choose me through a telepathic ping, if you will.
An inkling is not 100% assured substance. You are able to confirm or may confirm.
Let's just say I get enough from some of you that I'm able to confirm. I, again, don't have an Eye of the Arbiter artifact just sitting in the old back room to break apart and see the innards of.
And what would one of those be worth to you?
Are we heisting the arbitration sphere? When did this happen?
All things are possible in the Fae Court, your father.
Lom sits back
That was
in her
Luke.
chair.
That wasn't Raphael.
That would be worth a lot.
Vip, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of work, Vip. And that
What are you
seems
suggesting,
like
Vip?
I'm suggesting that all things are possible within the Fae Court, and I'm looking for options to help my client.
where we currently have, as discussed, a 2-part option that she may go down. As far as you, perhaps, in the future, working a deal to find an arbitration device in my hands, that would go a long way in me revealing a number of things to you that I've remained hush on so far. It also may enlighten all of us as to the discrepancies that we've been experiencing with said device.
Raphael is just making this face at just like,
I wonder where those are.
I am extremely and esteemedly gratitudinous that you are able to be so transparent with me, your lamadness.
And I appreciate the fact that although drunk, you were able to make a number of successful deals with me.
You definitely know who I am.
So, Karma, what's it gonna be? 7 now or 6 and 6?
Oh, I gotta decide.
I'd love to add in one more 6 after that, but I think I'm trying to reach a little.
That's cute, but like I said before,
Little devil humor for you.
I was hoping you picked it up.
I want to work with everyone on this, all in or all out, huh?
So the 7 out of 7 then.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise my glass up to Raphael.
Raphael just stares at you, and you know exactly what that face means.
Strong, maybe.
All in or all out, because I mean, I feel like Cassius is not gonna help me at all either. And
So you'd
12
be
is a lot more than 7.
This is true. But it only need to be the same number of 6 that do it each time.
Is Cassius here with us?
No.
Fuck!
You think you can convince Cassius this week and Raphael next week?
Oh no, I can't. Okay, all right.
Well, look at it this way. No matter what deal you take, you have to convince 2
both
people.
of them.
Yeah.
Let's do it all for one or none for all. Let's do the 7. Seems a lot easier.
Fair enough. If you could convince a one-time vote of all of your party members to vote for me, or at the very least, arbitrate on my behalf with the knowledge that they are setting you free and hopefully righting the wrongs that Halcyon has been on for a number of years, then I think that that would be a fair deal.
Deal. Again, I mean, same deal. Great. Thanks. Thank you for all of that.
All right then. Anything else from all of yous?
Any other questions?
Raphael, you have any questions? You've been real quiet.
I don't.
You can talk to me. I don't think Palo is gonna smite you for just sharing a couple words.
I'm sure I've said everything I've needed to say.
I actually don't remember you saying much at all, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
That's unfortunate.
Raphael, stand up and leave.
Oh no, Raph! Oh! Alright. Well, hey, he stuck around for this long. That's not
The
expected.
fact that he came in the first place surprises me in a good way.
Good. Great. We like good surprises, right?
Look,
Come up.
do what you can, try to convince the others. Everyone has their own prerogatives. All of you seem to come from different walks of life, purposefully placed together, nipping at each other's heels.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps they'll either choose to think of you and free you, or they may have other ideals of how things go. Don't take it personally if they don't. All I'll need you to continue to do is keep voting for me.
Yeah. Cheers. I down the glass of whatever I have, and I'll stand up and get ready to go.
Ta-ta, everybody. Come back by again real soon.
Lom says.
Talk to you later, Lom.
Everyone steps up after having eaten their meal, or those of you who did eat, rather, and begins to head out.
That was very brave of you, Karma, choosing the 7, knowing that it would never happen.
Well, I've made a lot of bad decisions, and why should I start making any good decisions now? So, I mean, technically there wasn't any good decisions.
I think you chose the stronger decision. You chose the one that you knew was impossible.
I mean, they're both kind of impossible. No, I figured that this is a more team effort one, huh? Bonus points for that? Team effort.
We'll break you from this spell yet.
God.
I'll always go to bat for you. I tried.
You are the best pixie I know. You are probably the only pixie I know.
Yes.
That's both are acceptable.
Cheers to that.
So, Cogman catches back up, or Sir Cogwheel catches back up with you, Alloy, as you guys exit. What do you guys do as we wrap this session up?
Arbitrate.
Oh.
You guys want to arbitrate now? Get it over with?
Yeah, let's get it over with.
I can if everyone else can.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Each of you head through Lux, already there, moving through these streets to find yourselves in the abandoned temple of Joaquin.
Oh, we gotta get in contact with the other two, though. The 2 boys.
I mean, we can say that you guys eventually catch up. Again, time has no meaning here. You eventually can hunt them down.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get our cookies.
Timeless cookies.
You catch back up with Cassius and Obese, mentioning to them that you guys are all ready to arbitrate.
Oh, good. What did you decide? Any change in the status quo? We are still...
I'm doomed.
Okay.
Sadly, I will be voting for Bastion again, as much as it pains me to.
Yes. Okay.
Father, you're sharing who you vote with. That's very interesting.
Yes, I've always been very upfront with my intentions.
Yeah, but you're sharing again. That's very interesting.
What are you implying?
Insight check. Is he voting for Bastion?
Sure.
I haven't decided yet. So I don't know if that's I think I'm voting for Bastion, but I want to see what everybody else is doing.
Let's just say this. It's one-time vote. You don't have to give up your free will for anything.
It is a sin, and I will not.
How is it a sin?
It's a sin.
What specific sin are you?
You can blame it on
I
me.
take out the book and point to the exact passage about dealing with devils.
Do not arbitrate. Yep, right there. Do not arbitrate with devils.
It even says arbitrate. It uses the exact verbiage.
It's, he's got us there, but
Bah.
what if you're just thinking of devils and you're not arbitrating with them?
It's the same thing. In my heart, I know what it is. I can't lie to myself.
Not even to free one that will permanently be in your flock.
What if?
Listen, I don't want to do the whole metaphor thing again. We've done that enough.
Well, what if you were forced to do it? Would that still be a sin on your part?
No, that would be a sin on someone else's part, and
Great.
I would
I
smite
cast
them
suggestion on him.
Oh, you fucker!
And I give him I give him a bardic inspiration.
Hey,
and I'm gonna roll.
hey, guess what? Counter spell.
Shit!
Do I see?
Try that again, and I will attack you.
Yes,
Fair.
you see all of this happening, Cassius.
That was a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was in the span of 2 sentences, probably a really big thing that just happened.
It was very much a lot of things that had happened.
Hold on, let me just mark off my spell slot here.
That should go in your notebook too.
Oh, yeah, that's going in the notebook.
That's big notebook right there.
That's burned in the back of my eyes.
Look, he's reading. Cast again.
Raphael will remember this.
So,
Yeah.
so 2 points. Do not think this a duplicitous act, but Raph, I believe you should go first, and then when you come out, you should, with your magic eyes, watch the tower and see if we can see something duplicitous happening.
You mean the tower? Meaning?
Well, the arbitration sphere.
Oh. Are there windows inside? Because only one person's allowed in at a time.
Is.
There are no windows of this particular temple.
Okay, but I go in first. I do the thing first, and then I wait with my magic eyes and see if there's any weird magic that comes and happens.
It might lead us to something or nothing, but best chance is best chance.
All right, I agree.
So, you head in first. A couple pieces of parchment silently drift with a gust of wind across the empty city plaza street here. The open doors of the abandoned Joaquin Temple in front of you. Certain building quietness as you step closer towards it, Raphael. You head inside first?
Yes, I do.
Keeping
my magic eyes on.
OB's magic eyes himself before Raph walks in.
What is the magic eyes?
I just have at-will detect magic.
Detect
Okay,
magic.
gotcha. It's time to arbitrate then.
Ooh.
As you step inside, Raphael, all sound dissipates, and you remember, like last time, placing the Bullionaire Bastion badge onto the extended hand of the Joaquin statue will open a secreted room where the eye of the arbiter lies, where you can place a hand on it, and you just choosing in the back of your mind a particular party, and the information will be gathered from your mind telepathically and sent to them. So, before we do that though, I would like for you to come into the lounge, please.
Take me to the secret room, Sky Daddy. There we go.
I accidentally
Okay.
kicked you out of it, sorry. Like as soon as you did that.
Okay.
All right, so you step inside.
Yeah. I don't. I actually really am conflicted on who to choose.
No one will know.
Well, maybe.
I mean, without some heavy investigation, no one will know.
I'm gonna do the resplendent. I think again. I'm gonna do the resplendent.
Okay. You place a hand on the eye of the arbiter device, and thinking of the resplendent, you feel with your obviously at-will detect magic that there is a surge of magic that it was already emanating around the device itself, as well as the Joaquin statue, as a matter of fact. But the device seemed to kind of have a surge in energy as you place a hand and go through this process of arbitrating in your mind, sending this message. As you lift the hand, the surge of this arcane energy you sense around it seems to dissipate a little, but the device still seems to be heavily enchanted with magics.
Okay, but there's no different magic that's coming in and changing anything.
None that you detect. As a matter of fact, as you look around the entirety of this shrine, there is a low level of magic that covers the entire thing.
Okay.
However, as you arbitrate, if you're trying to sense any sort of competing magic that may be impeding the procedures of the device, you don't sense any of that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna arbitrate for the resplendent, and the donation is going to Voidistries, whichever one I'm not on. I'm gonna do a little called shot here. I'm gonna do the charitable donation on the one that I am on, that Karma is also on. Right, Karma's also on this one with me.
Let me.
Don't swap because they know.
No, I'm not gonna swap. I can DMize it.
Okay, cool.
You, Karma, and Alloy are all on Mysticorp.
It's got to be Mysticorp then. I'm gonna do a cold shot misdirection.
Sure.
But it's gonna be that, I'm afraid.
You ask for the Resplendent to use those who are awakened in her army to make a charitable donation for Mysticorp, lowering its value by 1.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Having done this, feeling as though you have made your arbitration, if you're ready, you can step back out and we'll rejoin the other chat.
Oh.
You all see Raphael step out of the shrine. Also, for anybody who's watching, either on the VOD or whatever, we're jumping Discord rooms, so you're not going to see the pictures of everyone. So just because it's going to switch a couple times, so just don't. There's no technical difficulty. It's just a switching rooms throws the cameras off. So, all right, Raphael steps out of the shrine. You all see him approach.
I frown and say, "Nothing out of the ordinary, I'm afraid."
We will watch continue.
All right, who's next?
Wait, what are you guys watching? I'm sorry.
We're trying to see if there's any weird magic interfering with our votes, and so far it doesn't look like it.
And how are you watching that?
Detect magic.
The magical eyes.
Okay.
If you can do it, I would ask you. I did not know.
All right, you all stand here in the plaza.
I'll go next.
All right. If you will join me, Amanda, in the other room. You step into the shrine, Amanda, knowing that if you place the Bullionaire Bastion badge onto the palm of Joaquin, it opens a secret room for you to arbitrate. You do so and step inside, seeing the glyph, this artifact, the Eye of the Arbiter, knowing that when you place a hand on it and think of one of the 3 parties, you will cast your arbitration for them. Who do you choose?
Before I do that, I don't think it's gonna matter, but just so I do it, can I do an investigation roll in the area and look for anything mechanical out of the ordinary?
Sure. Give me
Would you allow a physical dice roll?
I was gonna say you can just roll it in person if you want.
Yeah. That is a crap. That is 11.
You search around for just a second, being a little more mindful in this secret room, especially peering around, and you don't notice anything that gives you the sense that it's like a clockwork or anything like that that would be similar to like an artificer make that may be manipulating things in the shrine here.
Okay. I will vote for Lom.
Okay. You place a hand onto the Eye of the Arbitration, or the Eye of the Arbiter, casting your arbitration vote for Lom. With that done, you can step back out and we can rejoin the others.
Yes.
You guys all see as Alloy steps back out. The Sparky on her shoulder.
Oh. Nothing is interesting, Alloy?
Not that I saw.
We continue to watch.
I'll go next.
Monifa, you begin to step inside. Please join me in the other room, please. Monifa, you step inside of the shrine similar to before, placing your Bullionaire Bastion badge onto the palm of Joaquin opens up the secreted room where the Eye of the Arbiter, this artifact, exists. As you do so, you see the shifting of the fake wall and enter a small room where the artifact sits. Placing a hand on it and thinking of the particular faction you wish to arbitrate for will not only cast your vote for them, but also send them the names of the information you've learned over this past investigation. Who would you like to vote for?
Send it to Lom.
All right, you place a hand thinking of Lom and the Scorching Quill. There is a sensation from your palm, and you get the sense that this is some type of magical activation happening. And with that done, you pull your hand back. the silence drowning you out here in the temple as you begin to quickly head back out.
Am I able to like send messages along with my arbitration?
Interestingly, no.
Okay.
It doesn't appear as though you can like speak with them in any manner. In fact, you feel as if you try to like share more information than what's required, nothing may happen.
Okay. Never mind then.
All right. Let's switch back then. You all see Monifa step back out of the room, or out of the shrine rather.
Perfect timing.
We were just talking about stuff.
If it... Oh, go ahead.
Anything strange to report?
I can't see anything like that.
But that's... I just asked if there was anything...
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Do not bring your own interpretation to my question. My question is accurate to the things I wish to know. Who is next? I am watching. Continue.
I'll go in.
All right, you head towards the shrine. As you step inside, the quietness of some type of permanent silence casts around you. Let's join over into the lounge, please, Cassius. You step inside, Cassius, knowing, similar to the temple you went in on topside, the statue here that stands of Joaquin in the center of this area here, a palm extended. If you place your Bullionaire badge card on it, just like before, it will open the secret room where the Eye of the Arbiter exists. You place it on the palm, it watches the fake wall shifts and moves, opening up to the artifact that sits in the center, knowing that if you place a hand on it and think of the particular faction you wish to arbitrate for, you will not only cast your representative vote for them, but also share the names of the previous investigation with them.
As I walk in, I'm going to go straight to the statue and take the cleansing stone I have and just quickly go over it and just clean it up a little bit, and at the base put 100 gold and look up and say, I speak to you as the name that was given to me as Donovan.
As you say this, no words leave your mouth.
Really?
The shrine here is under a what seems like permanent silence spell.
Oh, shit.
But that doesn't mean she can't hear what you're thinking.
No, I say to her, I try to differ myself from my charlatan roots of Cassius and speak as who I am. I seek your guidance. If you cannot hear me, please give me another sign. If you wish for me to stay and gain money and rise to power, what do you want me to do with it? How can I best serve you? You know what I want. I ask of you, please. I'm gonna get up and start walking over to the, or put my pass on the, on her hand and then head over to the arbitration booth. Now, is there any sort of check that I can take to feign and not vote? Or is it a, power of God, I have to do this?
My question would be, how do you try to feign your vote?
Well, I mean, go in there and act like I voted, and then just walk out and be like, "Yep, I voted. Totally voted, guys."
I mean, you feel like this is an option. You don't have to vote, but you know that it would probably be tough to try and outthink the device if you place your hand on it, as knowing just the surface level thoughts in your mind are what going to trigger your arbitration.
I'll put my badge on there to activate it so the room comes up, but when I walk in the room, right before I walk in the room, I want to cast Intellect Fortress on myself. And
you whip a finger in the air. Is this a verbal spell?
Verbal, yes.
You cannot speak right now.
Oh, the entire place is?
The entire shrine is covered in a silent spell.
Oh, what's that? No wonder. That makes, out of character, that makes sense why this place is falling apart and her voice is hushed. This place is silenced in general, and also no one can come worship her, falling on dead ears. I'm going to walk up and just clutch my coin, it being my holy symbol in my soul, and When I walk in, think of nothing but Joaquin the whole time. That's it. Try to channel it to a different place. If I can't do it to the Bastion or the Quill or the Resplendent, I'm going to try and think of Joaquin the whole time and then walk out and see if it works.
Okay, you place a hand on your pendant, your coin, thinking of Joaquin. And just to be clear, you're not arbitrating, right?
Correct. I'm going to try not to. If I have to, if I have to and I can't get away with this, it'll be for the Bastion.
Okay. I mean, you think of Joaquin holding your coin in hand, the coin of Joaquin, and then after focusing on her, you step back out. Well, let's rejoin everyone else.
All right, thank you.
Ooh, speak of the devil.
You all watch as Cassius exits the quietness of the shrine, reconvening with everyone.
Did you see anything suspicious?
It's completely silent in there.
What is it with you people? I ask a simple question every time for all of you. Did you see something suspicious?
No, but I couldn't say anything at all.
No, we could not last time either.
I know. You heard what he said earlier, though. What you told me earlier. That Joaquin's voice is hushed, nothing more than a murmur or whatever here.
I do not recall this, but okay.
Who said that? No, somebody did say that.
I'm pretty sure that was the Resplendent.
The Resplendent, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm assuming you guys told me on it.
I
thought you said I did. No, I didn't.
Oh, Raphael did.
Okay.
Can we do a check on the outside? Check for magical... Raphael, look with your magical eyes. The spell on the outside.
I do.
Beast has been doing that too, yeah.
Yeah, I think we've been doing that for a while,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Yeah,
The entire shrine lights up with a pervasive magical sense.
but it does give me an idea. Vip, you have not gone? Is it just me that's not gone, or?
I haven't
You,
gone.
Vip, and Karma are left.
I spend a spell slot to reactivate my psychic stuff on you three, on the three of us. When you get in, just try to message me. See what happens. I will try to message you.
Vip, I'll try to send you a message via my book, too.
I feel special. Thank you.
Well, which one of you is going next? I continue watching.
I'll go next.
Karma, you enter into the shrine. Follow me over to the lounge, please. You enter into the shrine, Karma. There is a deadly quietness here. You see the statue of Joaquin, knowing that if you place your Bullionaire Bastion badge on her exposed palm, it will open a secret doorway from a fake wall leading to the Eye of the Arbiter artifact, where placing a hand on it, you can cast your arbitration vote. What do you do?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's up. What do you do?
I want to look around this place for other secret doorways.
Sure. What kind of check do you make?
Investigation. Let me go to my skills. I'm gonna use investigation.
Sure.
Fuck! 7.
You do not notice anything out of place besides the clearly indent in the wall here that opens up so that you can go to the arbitration room. Nothing else that sticks out as secret around this chapel shrine.
I'll try to message OBs.
You attempt to send a message to OBs. You do not hear a response.
And I'll try to cast a spell, even though I can't say anything or hear anything. I still try to cast Identify.
Is that a verbal spell?
It is, but it also says it's a ritual. Can I try it as a ritual without saying anything? Or do I still have to say something?
I'm pretty sure you have to say something. It just takes a full 10 minutes to do it, but it's a stronger spell when you finished.
Okay. In that case, I can't do it because I can't say anything.
Correct.
Finally, I want to try one last thing, and I want to try knock. Knock.
Is that a verbal spell?
Fuck! Fuck, yes it is, Jason. Thanks for letting me finish.
I'm sorry.
All of my stuff is verbal.
It's almost like there's a reason there's a silent spell in place here.
Good, very good. Okay. I have, well, that's verbal. Okay, I'll go ahead and touch the thing and do the thing for Lum.
You touch the Eye of the Arbiter, thinking with your surface level thoughts of Lum and the Scorching Quill. You feel the sensation of some type of arcana field below your hand trembling, and you cast your arbitration. You can step out with the others if you're ready.
I want to do one more thing. I keep on
Sure.
saying that. I want to ask out loud if anyone can hear me, Devil, Demon, Bastion. If anyone can hear me, let me know.
You begin to say this out loud, and there's no sound at all.
No sounds? Okay. All right. I walk out.
All right, let's reconvene with the others.
Hell yeah.
Karma steps out of the temple.
Eloise, you did not hear me.
Did not hear me either.
I guess not.
I was looking for other secret doors, and I had no luck, so I couldn't do any spells either.
Did you see anything suspicious?
On it.
No.
Excellent. See, this is how you answer questions. Everyone, round applause. Vip, you must go next. I continue watching.
You got it. You're big right in this. Vip will march forward.
You march into the shrine. Let's head over to the other chat. Vip, you head inside of the shrine. There is a deafening quietness here. You know, up ahead at the extended palm of the statue of Joaquin, that placing your Bullionaire Bastion badge on the palm will reveal the secret doorway that leads to the artifact that is the Eye of the Arbiter, where you can place a hand on it and mentally cast your arbitration. Not only casting your vote for those who you think should be the winning faction to lead Halcyon, but also sharing the names of those who were part of your previous investigation. What do you do?
Before I vote, can I please try to, 1, message OBs, and then 2, communicate with Cash through his tome?
You send a message to OBs. Nothing happens. You hear no response. As you attempt to communicate back with Cassius, do you have the book in hand?
He has the book. I forget what the rule set is, but apparently he can hear my thoughts and they pop up as text in his book.
Gotcha. Okay. So you attempt to think some thoughts. Not sure if it's worked or not. But just trying to communicate with Cassius.
Yes.
So with that done, having thought your thoughts, you can always check when you get back outside. If you're ready for arbitration, you can do so.
I am ready for arbitration.
All right. Who do you arbitrate for?
Vip will think of Karma and slap the badge on the thing.
For Lom?
For Lom.
You think of Lom for Karma using your surface level thoughts. You have the option to choose one of the 3 current companies and increase its value by 1 if you'd like.
Omega Acoustics.
Boosting Omega Acoustics?
Please.
Okay. Lom will make a couple shifts and some things and get that done for you. Having cast your vote, we can head back outside if you'd like into the other chat.
Goo Goo Clusters is a cookie that they sell at Cracker Barrel. It's like a confectionery treat.
Okay.
Vip flies back outside.
Did you see anything suspicious?
I didn't see anything, but I tried to contact you. Did either one of you get it? I
No.
saw a specific thing.
You must have not gotten the one that I definitely remembered to send to you too, huh?
Brother, did you? I tried really, really hard. Like, I specifically waited and I focused. Did you?
Yep.
Oh.
Me
Okay.
too.
Oh, it doesn't work then. Sorry, guys.
We'll try one more time because giggle shits. Okay, well, I guess it's my turn to go by.
Obi's heads towards the shrine. Let's shift into the other room, Kyle.
Oh.
You step inside of the very quiet, silent shrine of Joaquin, realizing that similar to before, the extended open palm, as if waiting to accept an offering of the statue of Joaquin in the center here, knowing that if you place your Bullionaire Bastion badge onto the palm, it will open the secret room where the artifact, the Eye of the Arbiter, exists, and you can place a hand on it using the surface levels of your thoughts to not only cast your arbitration for the faction that you would hope to eventually lead Halcyon, but also sharing the names of those who were demonized in your previous investigation.
I'm gonna try 2 quick things. I want to try and message both Karma and Vip.
You go to send out a telepathic message to those two, and standing still for about a minute, hear no response.
Okay. Then I want to recast that ability and target that. I'm trying to find the specifics of it to see what it needs. I think it needs a humanoid creature. I just want to make sure.
Is it verbal?
No. It's just one of the abilities because I'm like a psychic rogue.
Is it something that you have to see them to do it?
That's what I'm trying to find.
Okay.
Failing. I was too excited to do it, but I couldn't.
To paint a picture, as you enter the temple, the doors close behind you, and other than this soft light coming through the top of the starlight of like it's one of those things where it's like built up at the top, kind of like a chimney piece, but just sort of like a windowed area where some starlight can filter through. This place is unlit by anything else. There's no windows or anything in here.
Okay. It requires a creature I can see.
Okay, so that would be
I suppose that
difficult in here.
Yeah, if I tried to target this sphere and cast it, I suppose it would fail.
Yeah, because that's technically not a creature.
Okay.
I understand the intent, but yeah, that's a object.
Okay. I do still have my detect magic. I will see if it's just the sphere in its own self that's magic.
Everything in the shrine here has a element of a magical aura surrounding it. It seems as though the statue of Joaquin, as well as the artifact now that you can see into the room, also glows with a bit of a more permanence of this magic. But the entire shrine is covered in magic.
So it's the same kind of magic, because it does show you like a little subtlety, not a huge variation. So it tells you the class, and it comes off as auras, or the school of magic, rather.
I'll say that all of the auras that you're getting through this place seem to make sense. The silent spell cast over the area here, whatever class that would be, you're able to divine that.
I guess my question to get to the heart of it is, are there multiple spells in here, or just the one?
You do pick up a couple different classes. There seems to be a multitude of spells in here.
Alright. That's good enough for my investigation.
Mm-hmm.
I will put my hand on, or my badge on, and think of Lam.
You place a hand onto the device, thinking of Lam and the Scorching Quill. You also remember that if you would like, you can ask picking one of the groups in your subconscious out of the 3 available, the businesses, to raise its value by 1 through some legal manipulation via Lam.
Okay. I think I was on Voidistries.
You were, I'll look without switching, you were on Voidistries, that's correct.
Yeah, so I'll go for that one.
All right, you decide to increase the value of Voidistries by 1.
Yes.
All right. Anything else, OBs?
Are cast to look around for anything suspicious? I don't think.
Wait,
I've been asking everybody. I might as well.
are you, is this a check or magic?
Just a regular check, yeah.
Okay, give me like an investigation, arcana. You kind of got a sense with the arcana check.
Investigation.
You can also do like an in-person roll if you're not trying to share it with everybody else.
It's alright. Damn, that's a good. Well, I'll make that the 14.
With a 14, nothing stands out of place besides the obvious mechanics that you've already been told about placing the Bullionaire Bastion badge onto Joaquin's palm and this revealing the fake wall that leads into the room where the Eye of the Arbiter is. Besides that, other than being a little dilapidated and out of use, the shrine does not seem to hold any other secrets that you see.
Well, sounds good.
All right, so you head back out and we can reconvene with the others.
Welcome back.
OBs steps back
Interesting
out.
investigation check there.
The triple
Did I
triad of
see anything?
DMs.
Did I see anything suspicious? No, I did not. Did I look for something suspicious? Yes, I did. Did any of you hear me when I shouted very loud at you?
Kitty!
No.
Okay, well, all things failed, I think.
So everything was fine then? Nothing out of the ordinary?
Well, no, yeah, I tried. Nothing. I could find nothing. I have ideas for next time, though.
I see.
Me too.
Same.
Well then, to Raph's place for chicken and dumpling?
Ah, yes. I invite you all into my home for a wholesome meal.
I don't want to. I want to go to my own home. I don't want to go.
You do not have to stay, just for dinners.
Oh, look at the cat.
Oh.
I can smell the mothballs already from his place.
Funny you mentioned that.
We are super late, so let's just wrap up. Do you guys all decide to go a Raph?
I'll describe it next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can say to wrap things up that this time everyone chooses to go to Raph's residence, and we may learn more about exactly what his situation is in the next chapter.
Let's just say it's a good companion piece to Cassius's place.
Oh no.
Oh no. Thank you everybody for sticking around. I know we're super late. I really appreciate it. If you missed any of this episode or want to watch the others, they're all in the VODs over here on Twitch, as well as over on our YouTube. And it's the same thing for any of my social handles: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. All those are GAWD_mode. I also got a Patreon, which I mentioned at the beginning of the session. Check that out. There's a whole bunch of cool rewards. Please go follow the Twitter so you can stay up to date. And I will be doing a pretty big giveaway, at least for this channel, big, at the end of this month. So stay tuned for that. I really appreciate everyone stopping by. Thank you, Husband and Wife Stream, for the gifted sub, as well as Dungeon Glitch for gifting those subs to Queen Gore and Sif. Thank you, Lazy, for the resub. Thank you, Peter, for the follow. Carney Sideshow for the subscription. Sif for the follow. And Danny Hurt, as well as the rest of you guys. I really appreciate it. We're super late. Make sure and check us out next Friday at 9 p.m. for more Devils in the Details. And I also stream other days of the week. You can just check below or go over to the Twitter. But the below panels will show you the schedule as well as the schedule tab. We usually do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're playing a lot of Valheim and having a lot of fun with it, so we'll probably maybe do some more on the water serpent hunting, or probably some more dungeon delving to get some more iron next time. So stop by Monday and we'll have fun with that. In the meantime, be safe, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Before I end us out, actually, I'm gonna do a raid for Carney Sideshow to end things out. Yes, goodbye, everybody. Have a good one. I'm gonna send you guys over to Carney. Make sure and go check them out. Carney Sideshow. Here we go. Goodbye, everybody.